Game over.
Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you so fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Try to relax your anus.
Why did somebody tell me my ass is so big?
Parking is slotted. For the handicap. I am handicapped. I'm psychotic.
Coach, I've got AIDS.
Go fuck yourself.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm gonna admit, I didn't know I was gonna find that as funny as I did. Like, right before we ended it there, I was like, hey, I'm also finishing a granola bar, if any of you are wondering. Right before I ended that intro there, I was like, hey, let's play these two. And I played the Coach, I've got AIDS things, and then I followed it with go fuck yourself. I did not expect that to make me laugh as much as it did, but I am a little, I feel almost sleep deprived. 10-hour days back to back for me are with, I don't know if it's just I'm not sleeping enough, probably that. But if the MS is a part of it or what, but Jesus, I am wiped out. I had to do some shopping shit. I got home, I prepped a show, and I was like, oh, I could just take a nap. I could just sleep till tomorrow. But no. We've made coffee, so we're going to live on. We're going to survive. We're going to drink a caffeinated beverage. And a whole bunch of alerts I don't need. All right, so let's mute the phone, though, because I also don't need it to go off. Oh, but I do need to ask someone to do me a favor when they get home, because I can't carry all that stuff downstairs. If possible, could you grab the out of my car. Question. Boop. There we go. Thank you. Killer performance this morning, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I love working on the Steel Toe Show. I'm glad I came in and did it in studio. It was my intention was to make it easier for Aaron, so he didn't change all of his settings on the fucking Zoom thing. But I guess he did anyway. So fuck if I know. No idea what that is about. But yeah, no idea why his thing is as shitty as it is. But either way, we got it set up pretty nicely today, and I think it's a pretty good. I can probably do that like regularly. I shouldn't have to just well, if the weather outside is frightful and my home is so delightful, I might do it from in the winter. But yeah, for the next few weeks, months, I see it being a very, very doable thing. I enjoy going there and being in person. It's always fun. It's always weird when you can smell the stress sweat that Aaron has. It's always a little odd. But that adds an air of excitement. Or just a funk. More a funk than an air. I forgot to plug my phone in last night, missed my alarm, came in 25 minutes late, and I thought it was a replay or a best of seeing you in studio. Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday on my show. I mentioned that I would be there in studio. It was a decision me and Aaron made after yesterday's show. It's not as fun when I know he can't hear me. And then I start getting a little nervous, like, because I start leaning into the fact that he can't hear me. I'm like, oh, you can't hear me right now. And I want to say, like, fun words like, and never mind. And, and then that's going to be when the mic kicks in, and he'll be like, dude, why would you say that? I'm like, well, none of my audio was coming through, so I thought it was safe, and then it wasn't. So, and it's just, it's not worth crashing his show. I mean, well, kind of is. He wouldn't think so. I think it's amazing. Actually, that coffee's kind of doing the kick right there. Oh, the Steel Toe. I'm going to say this right now. Steel Toe Select is the best coffee ever. And I'm going to miss it. I got a good 3-4 cups left. And I'm out. And I'm going to be so sad. Here's Johnny. How's it going today, sir? Great show in person today. Hey, I thought you typed that in earlier. I saw that earlier. But at any rate, yes, it is going well. Thank you for saying so. I had fun this morning. Hope you all did as well. So, again, amazing stuff. We have an actual show to do here, though, so we should probably start doing that. I have to load some stories quick. Let's drop the audio first and grab our first hour stories. We've got a couple of interesting ones. We'll be starting the show with the backlash, the growing backlash over Harvard students' pro-Palestine letter. I don't want to do a whole lot of Israel versus Palestine, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's unfucking avoidable if you're doing... Thank you for the fuck off. I have the audio down while I pull this up. I'll push that button for you and get you one in just a second. So yeah, it's unavoidable with the goddamn Israel Hamas stuff, which is kind of why I have the opinion I do, and I'll get to mine later. But so we've got a couple of different stories that are about the Israel Hamas stuff, but trying to avoid it and grab almost anything else that we can get to fill the show. And the audio's back up. Because I don't want to do it. All right? I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm of the opinion, I forgot what song was on. I was listening to my classic rock station that I listen to. My classic rock algorithm, I guess. And I literally was singing something along the lines of, like, can't we get rid of Israel and Hamas too? We don't need either of you. Like, I saw so many stories about, Hamas murdering babies. Like, oh, great. Yeah, we really need those people. And spoiler alert for those of you like, oh, I can't believe those bastards would do that. Israel does the same thing. Maybe not quite to the same extent, maybe not with the same amount of gusto, but they do it as well. So I just, at the end of the day, I'm like, do we really need either of these groups of people? I really feel like we don't. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I'm kind of like, Hamas versus Israel. Can't they both just leave? Because the, like, innocent civilians are the only people I feel bad for. The rest of it, I'm like, well, can we just get rid of them? When you're willing to murder babies. Babies. Completely programmable people who need not have any issue with you. But nope, we gotta cleanse the bloodlines. Jesus. Anyhow, we need a good zombie apocalypse to bring people together. I mean, zombie apocalypse, alien invasion, something, just a good rallying cause. You know what we need? We need a villain. We need a villain. We need a Thanos. I would love to be that Thanos. I don't have any powers, abilities, or anything like that, but if we could get me like something in that range, I will gladly step on that landmine. Someone with the balls to go, how about we just take the thing down by half? Just a clear 50% cut across the board. And just, I'm willing to be that guy. Alrighty. Sandy Squatch on the live chat on YouTube saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Sandy, and hello, Rumble. All of you over on Rumble, glad to have you. If you remember, if you're watching on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, whichever, just click the thumbs up, get that algorithm moving in our favor. Always helpful to have. So thank you. Anyways, moving forward. Backlash. Oh, wait. Shit. I got to open up one other tab quick and see where we're at from yesterday that we don't have counted in to today. So, because our goal to keep the show above board today is I think $25. And, well, we want to hit it. And if not, we'll not do our half hour overtime thing because we just copy Aaron sometimes with our show. It's easier that way. Where's our creator dashboard? There we go. You're the one I was looking for all along. Happiness and such. Where are we at from yesterday? Oof. $3. Okay, so a couple of bucks come in and we'll kick that one up a notch. For now, we'll just say we're still at 25, just because it's a little easier with the way WWE cage match AE versus SIL. I mean, it could work. Chevy JB saying women have been killing babies forever. My ex had a special hanger. Oh, I really hope that's a joke. I really hope that's a joke. Because, I mean, just doing it yourself is a weird level of ingenuity. Like, if you're that committed to it, could you maybe just, I don't know, made sure they pull out or something? Or just have them wear a bag and don't take a load. I feel like if you're going to go as far as to give yourself a uterectomy or whatever they're called, I just, ooh. Oh, no metal hangers. Okay, so, as I said, we're going back over here. There we go, and we're good. We have a whole fun, swanky show to do, and we will be doing that half hour of overtime if we hit that $20 goal, not $25, $20 goal. It's a really big one, less than half of a regular show goal. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll just take it from there. If it doesn't work, honestly, I will tap out and just pass the fuck out a half hour early. Uterus scraper. The burp thing gave that a little bit of bass. That's nice. Uterus scraper. I've never heard it called that before. It's my magic eraser. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I had an accident. Better erase it. Oh, no. See, the messed up part of that is then the slurry has to come out because there's only one exit. So either way, how do you like your huevos rancheros? Alrighty, let's get... actually, maybe we should do more shows with just a touch of sleep deprivation. That might be fun. Atomic Ray on Rumble saying, hey, Johnny, are you monetized on Kick? I don't want to hand you a Hamas. I want to drop Shakits over there. not even on Kick right now. And I don't even have a Kick account. And this is the fun part. People have been on this channel, my viewers have been telling me for a while, dude, get on Kick. Get on Kick. And I haven't. And now Aaron beat me to it because I'm lazy and I feel like a putz. I should have done it because if nothing else, I would have really enjoyed the welcome. Guess who's already here, buddy? Like, you know, that kind of thing. But oops. What are you gonna do? You know? I suppose join Kick. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna join Kick. I gotta find a way to join Kick and tie it into my Streamlabs thing, and then boom. Then we'll go 4-stream. We're on 4 streams at once. Don't cross the streams. Uterus scraper, ice cream scooper. Well, I mean, ice cream scooper doesn't really make sense for the wire hanger. How are you going to scoop ice cream with it? Just, you get more money from subs on Kick. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Like I said, I am, I'm kicking myself for not already being on Kick. So yeah, I got, their delay is the smallest for me. I will work on trying to get that Kick thing done. I can't say by tomorrow, but we'll see. I have no idea how much stuff I'm going to get done today after the show because, yeah, I might sleep for a while. I feel like that's going to be a thing. And then I have shit to do tomorrow morning. But I can try and hopefully, balls crossed, have that Kick thing ready to go by tomorrow. But yeah, more money from subs on Kick would be good. So I suppose we should probably kick it up a notch. Blow up on Kick and be just Kick exclusive. We're going to kick it to the curb. Kick is a fun name, and you can play around with it a lot in terms of stuff you can say, but it just... I do hear, though, too, also, and I have to check into this, I've been told they're more free speech like Rumble, but also apparently, like, kind of like Twitch, like Aaron kept saying it was a Twitch thing. Does that mean I can get, like, the apps and the stuff? Like, then we got something to talk about. Unfortunately, like Rumble, I don't think I can tie the chat into the screen, which is shitty, because I love having the chat on the screen. I love having the chat on the screen, man. It's how I do my show. Anyways, let's get into, speaking of doing a show, should we maybe actually fucking do one? Growing backlash over Harvard students' pro-Palestine letter. Again, I'm going to just say this one time before we get into the story. Can't we just get rid of them both? You know, just pro-Palestine, pro-Israel. Can't they both go? I feel like we don't need either at this point. A letter from Harvard University student groups blaming Israel for violence in the region has drawn a backlash from prominent alumni and U.S. lawmakers. The letter, authored by the Harvard Undergraduate Palestine Solidarity Committee. Imagine that. The Palestine Solidarity Committee is like, how dare Israel perpetrate all this violence? Meanwhile, everyone that's pro-Israel, how dare Hamas perpetrate all this violence? They have a web-based app. Sometimes the app is buggy, though. Okay. They have a web-based app. Could be good. Kick seems like one. Again, somebody in my audience it's been mentioned before. Just get over to Kick. But yeah, as I was saying, the Israel thing. Pro-Palestine group siding with Hamas. I just don't see where that's a surprise. Oh my God, I can't believe growing backlash. Backlash over what? They bombed them. They sent rockets in there. Israel's been perpetrating violence on them. They've been perpetrating violence on Israel. It's been going back and forth like a goddamn volleyball. Actually, not like a volleyball, like a shuttlecock. Because they... Thank you, enunciation. Like a shuttlecock. Because they hit it real hard, and then you got to watch it just go. and just fucking drift and flop and flail around. And then you got to wait, and then finally, and wackadoo, and then finally, wham, and then. So it's a lot of intense action followed by intense fucking waiting. And that's where I say, I'm sorry, but I just don't need it. Shuttlecock. It's just a goddamn good term. Hello, Johnny. A tall drink of water in this dry desert of the MSM wasteland. Hi, Riding Dirty Llama. Good to see you. Tall drink of coffee, and it's goddamn good. Oh, I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop swallowing that sweet stuff. All right, so as I was saying, the letter. Let's get into this. The letter authored by the Undergraduate Palestine Solidarity Committee. Again, spoiler alert, they're Hamas adjacent. Hold the Israeli regime entirely responsible for all unfolding violence. Again, and that's the way it's going for like ADL and all that. They're like, oh, we're holding Hamas responsible for all of this violence. I'm like, it's kind of like both groups are incredibly violent. So, yeah. It was co-signed by 33 student groups. Wow, 33 student groups. Today's events did not occur in a vacuum, the statement said. The apartheid regime is the only one to blame. Israeli violence has structured every aspect of Palestinian existence for 75 years, the letter added. The letter comes after Israel says 1,000 people have been killed and 100 kidnapped since Hamas militants launched a surprise attack in the early hours of Saturday in Gaza. More than 700 people have been killed in retaliatory Israeli airstrikes. The student statement posted on Saturday was swiftly rebuked by some professors, as well as former Harvard president Larry Summers, who wrote in a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, that he was sickened by it. I assumed he was going to write on a post that he is beholden to the accountants. Again, the back and forth, we owe them because they owe us, because we owe them because they owe us because we owe them, kind of thing. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Now, that's not anything new to, it's not anything, singularly exclusionary to the Hamas-Israeli incident. But I'm just saying, in all of these incidents, and I know it sounds horrible, but I feel like the best thing to do is get rid of both groups. Just in general. Just wipe out both groups. Start fresh. Don't kick Rumble. We need Rumble to kick. Well, Rumble won't go anywhere because that's the Sunday Smoke Show, man. That's the Sunday Smoke Show, where I literally just have an excuse to sit here for an hour and a half and take big rips off of a bong watching videos with an audience having a good goddamn time. It's, quite frankly, the best excuse to hang out on the internet that I've ever come up with, and it is a fucking blast. So be sure to join it. Irritating to see all these people tout pro-Palestine and punish Israel, but reverse course as if they never said anything negative about Israel. Yeah, it's weird to see it on both sides, like you see people going pro-Hamas and saying, oh, the apartheid state that is Israel and this, that, and the other. And it's like, yeah, but you are talking about people that waged a surprise attack. Oh, and by the way, aimed at civilians deliberately aimed at civilians. I'm just saying there's a whole lot of I can't get behind either of these. Again, it just comes back to with me like, I'm like, do we need either of them? Can we get rid of both of them? Can losing both of them be an option? Alrighty, so the student statement posted Saturday, swiftly rebuked. Silence from Harvard's leadership so far, coupled with a vocal and widely reported student group statement blaming Israel solely, has allowed Harvard to appear at best neutral towards acts of terror against the Jewish state of Israel, the former U.S. Treasury Secretary said. So wait a minute, the person running Harvard, U.S. Treasury, yeah, it's just, feel free to say there isn't some sort of setup game in there. All right, Harvard University issued its own letter on Monday that it did not directly address the controversy, but instead said university leaders were heartbroken by the attack by Hamas that targeted citizens in Israel this weekend and by the war in Israel and Gaza now underway. In another statement issued later on Tuesday, the university president, Claudine Gray, clarified that the school condemned the terrorist atrocities perpetrated by Hamas. Again, I'm going to say, if you want to hate one side, you can just as easily hate both. They both suck. There are no good guys over there. There's no good guys in it in general. We can lose them both. I'm just saying we can clear up a lot of space. You know, I hate to tout my Thanos side a bit again, but I'm just saying in terms of that dropping it 50% thing, we could start so strong if we just... And who doesn't need parking? I mean, especially in that part of the world, am I right? Oh, no. They nuked paradise and made it a parking lot. All right. Okay. So, yes, Claudine Gray and others condemning the atrocities. But like I said, the atrocities are condemnable on both sides because both sides have committed, at this point, pretty much the same atrocities. Ringside seats to World War III is being sold on eBay. I don't think this is World War III, honestly. I don't think... World War III would mean that we've all got to pick a side, and now it's like, who's siding with Hamas, who's siding with Israel? China doesn't do the religious thing, so I don't think they'd pick either of them. Hamas wouldn't like China because they have that whole Uyghur problem. And I get it. Our country went through a week. No, that's... Oh. Didn't know there was a difference. So, yeah, I don't think that's World War III. World War III to me seems more likely over the Ukrainian shit with, Russia had a very pro-Ukrainian government, and then we helped overthrow it, and now we've got Ukraine going against Russia, and they're fighting each other. I feel like that could be more likely to push us into a World War III thing. Because if it starts going nuclear, then you've got all of Eastern Europe, or Western Europe, I should say, joining up with Ukraine, being like, hey, man, you're turning our place into a wasteland. And then Russia being like, yeah, but we don't give a shit. China then could join Russia. You got your little axis of evil there. We could join, axis of evil, I suppose we could join. We could join China and Russia because, God damn it, Biden says so. Weird, almost like they bought and sold him. Strange. Alrighty, so yes, let's keep moving. Our next story. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to de-escalate the day. We want to wind down, not up, asshole. So let's go ahead and get through this quick. I'm gonna turn the audio down for just a second because I don't want to air this for some lady's weird water. Actually, I have a thing about water later, and it'd be funny if it was this pimp water shit. If you're not watching, we have drone footage of people herding sheep over a highway, which is, ironically enough, the most mesmerizing thing I've ever seen. And it makes me think of staunch political party people. Just, all right, let's all just go this way, because why not? You're going to die over there. They're going to kill you for your chops. But hey, oh, look at them jump. It's fun. Who needs a lawnmower? People want to talk about methane and stuff. I guarantee you that sheep shit is causing a problem. I don't know. My money is on Germany. They're due a victory.
If you have even one migraine day a week, that's 52 migraine.
And closing that because we weren't talking about that story. Okay. Riding Dirty Llama going, oh, wow, I'm falling asleep watching those sheep. It is kind of mesmerizing. I'll admit it is almost entrancing to the point of making you want to fall asleep. But the weird part about it is with the sheep thing, they all just moved over the highway in just a group. Like a school of sheep. None of them thinking, hey, is this for our benefit? Like, I love that just when you see a herd species of animals and you're like, oh my God, we're so close to that. One thing I've learned over the last 3 years, we're so close to those fucking sheep. Oh, there's 2-for-1 sale over here. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, literally, if you put those sheep in Walmart, I'd swear they're people. In West Virginia, they have sex with those sheep. Spy Pigeon, I don't know how you know that. That is a bold statement. The grass did look greener on the other side. Yeah, because that's the grass they hadn't shit on yet. And then the grass they did shit on will look significantly brown for a while, and then it will, ironically enough, become the greener grass, and they will migrate back over, and the cycle of shit continues. Can't help but think lamb chops. Right? Lamb chops, play along. Come grab a friend, join and play along. Oh, there's a show where Lamb Chop from Lamb Chop's Play Along is in there, and nobody wants to talk about how it's not Lamb Chop and this isn't Lamb Chop's Play Along. They stole a puppet character from a beloved show of my youth and just said, hey, let's fucking inject it into here for absolutely no reason. Alrighty. Trucker 18-wheeler, if we lose both, how would the elites / Jews make money? Oh, no. Well, and this is where I'd like to point out to people that I'm not racist or anti-Semitic when I say this, because I'd like to point out that if we got rid of all of the people over there, we would still have Muslims and Jews in the world. We won't lose either group. It would just be a collection of people, and we would say we would get rid of those people because, again, apparently they can't just sit down, shut up, get the fuck along, and drink your chocolate milk. If you can't just sit down and drink your chocolate milk, we don't need you in class. Riding Dirty Llama. West Virginia, where the men are men and the sheep run scared. No. West Virginia, where the men are men and the sheep have a really weird gait, like something threw off their hips in the back end, you know? Like they really got rammed. The sheep got rammed. Oh, no. I hate myself for that joke. It wasn't good. I'm sorry. I hate me too. All right, let's get into this story. Bay Area restaurants institute penalty for brunch vomiters. So wait a minute. You have a penalty for people who go to brunch and vomit, meaning that it's happened so much that now you have to penalize people who dare to do it. What is the penalty? I feel like brunch vomiting is just really, that's kind of like kicking people while they're down, almost literally bent over the toilet. Like you just I'm sorry, that's going to be an extra $10 because you chose to not keep the food you ate. I mean, if they're paying for the brunch ticket, whether or not the food stays down or not, they paid for that ride, all right? Those waffles are their property now, and whether or not they want to projectile share them is up to them. All right, so again, and restaurants. How many restaurants has had a what would you call it, a brunch munchin? I was trying to come up with a cute, clever term, but what would you call it for vomiting? A snack in yak. We don't tolerate people coming in here pulling a snack and yak. Not on my watch. There's a reason we revere brunch. No, we don't revere brunch. I'm sorry, SF Gate. Oh, no wonder. It's a San Francisco-based paper. There's a reason we revere brunch. It's because we're fabulous. Yep. That's why you revere brunch. Riding Dirty Llama, is it a restaurant? If so, then that place needs to shut down. Right? I feel like if a restaurant has a problem with cereal, as I called it, snacking yackers, maybe you guys need to, I don't know, clean that fucking kitchen. Something could be done. Maybe you're to blame. You know, if as I like to say, everyone has an opinion about a meal, right? But if you eat it and then it suddenly comes back up on its own free will, that's probably the staff's fault. Saint Aren saying lamb chops are good. Fry it up with melted butter, parsley, black pepper. Sounds delish. When I worked in the culinary field, I had a friend. I won't say his last name. First name Shay. He was a chef at the time. Not anymore, but was a chef then. He would literally trim up the lamb chops, because when you get lamb chops, they look like any pork chop or whatever, but when they're served, they always look really, really nice. You got that ball of meat right off the little bone, and it's got the little hat. You ever wonder why it looks so nice like that? Because a chef spends an inordinate amount of time trimming it up so it looks so perfect, right? Well, there's little bits of meat off of that. He would eat that shit raw lamb, and he would insist that, it's amazing. It's the best. And it's just like, all right. So I've always been tempted to try lamb chops, but I can't not see that particular interaction. I can't not see Shay preparing lamb chops. I'm just like, but he ate some of it raw. And for some reason, he's never had a problem of any kind. It never came back. It never bit him in the ass or in the lamb chop. Where is this Yakiteria at? Well, unfortunately, it's not one, as I was saying in the article. It's Bay Area restaurants. So multiple restaurants in San Francisco have a problem of the binge and purge during the brunch. We look forward... There's a reason we revere brunch, and again, we don't. We look forward to unpacking the work week with friends over decadent egg dishes, syrup-laden pancakes, and the requisite mimosa. Yep. Just, again, how hard do you need to be flamboyant? All right, we give ourselves permission to indulge in extra bacon and maybe even a second champagne cocktail as we reconnect and relax. But nowhere in this happy place do you picture vomit. Right, nobody pictures vomit, because, again, it shouldn't be. I've worked brunches. You shouldn't have problems with people vomiting. It's very simple. Just cook your fucking food. Clean your kitchen. They won't puke. If they're puking, you're doing something wrong. Yet dealing with patrons who lose their brunch is a reality for Bay Area restaurants offering the popular perk of bottomless mimosas. Okay, so now you just literally have people that are getting too shit-faced. Bottomless mimosas. Oh, my God. We have to penalize people for puking at brunch. Why? Because we put in bottomless mimosas, and apparently you guys are a bunch of fucking lushes, and we know we can't take away the bottomless mimosas. That won't solve the problem. They'll just get mad and break stuff. Oh, my God. Particularly since the pandemic, they're finding that diners, often ones in their early to mid-20s, are drinking too much and vomiting in the bathrooms, or even right on their tables. The burden on servers and staff to clean up after these public pukers is reaching a fever pitch. Well, you want to talk about a fever? I'm pretty sure the guy just yacked up in booth 5. I'm pretty sure he was sweating too, making it necessary for restaurants to take precautions and even implement fees. Dear mimosa lovers, please drink responsibly and know your limits. A $50 cleaning fee. Cleaning fees. Again, cleaning fee. Cleaning fees is weird. Will automatically include in your tab, not tap. In your tap when you throw up in the public areas. Thank you so much for your understanding. Dear all mimosa lovers, just word it this way. Hey, alcoholics, you know what? Fucking keep it together a bit, all right? I get it. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. That doesn't mean we want to see you go, oh, God. Like, no, okay? Don't do it. Zayon Saturn saying you kind of look like Lucky? Who's Lucky? I'm not lucky. I have multiple sclerosis. I'm divorced. I'm single. I'm broke. I have 2 cats. I mean, not lucky over here at all. $20 to make our show goal. Fucking not lucky at all, man. It is a goddamn battle. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Alrighty, so howdy everyone. Bubbly orange juice shooting out your nose does not sound like appropriate behavior at a breakfast table. Yeah, bubbly orange juice coming out of your body. But again, the big problem they have there is that too many people are going to the brunch and indulging in the mimosas and the food and everything coming back up. It seems like the bottomless mimosa part, it has already been identified as the linchpin of the problem. I feel like we're addressing the symptoms and not the condition. At Kitchen Story, the cheery Asian-inspired restaurant in Oakland's Rock Ridge district, known for its millionaire's bacon, the bathroom sports a pointed sign. Dear all mimosa lovers, please drink responsibly and know your limits. A $50 cleaning fees will automatically be when you throw up in public areas. Does the toilet count as a public area? Because again, why does a cleaning fee come into play if I keep it all in the bowl? Right? Now, if I have one too many mimosas and all of a sudden that Belgian waffle wants to pull a blitzkrieg out of my belly, I have the right to go into the bathroom, and I'm just saying, if I get it all in the bowl, no spill, on God, and then I flush. Other than obviously the audio pollution, what is there to clean up? I feel like a fee at that point is just punishment. I deserve, if anything, a reward, because not only did I eat the food, not only did I enjoy the food and the mimosas, they came out, I kept it clean and tidy, and once I returned to my table, I then demanded more food because my stomach's empty. I gotta put something in here. I just unloaded. I just undid all of my work. Alrighty. You charge me that cleaning fee, I'll see you in court for you over surfing me. I mean, yeah, you didn't make them have bottomless mimosas. And what are you supposed to do? Continue to make good decisions while becoming intoxicated? I don't know if they understand. I think these Asian people don't get how Americans work. We drink to make even worse decisions. Alrighty, so the text is signed off with a smiling emoji. Yes, because it's so lighthearted. Restaurateur Stephen Choi had his staff post the warning in the bathroom nearly 2 years ago after his general manager noticed similar signs in bars and suggested it as a possible solution. Possible solution to what? Do you really have a problem with too many people coming in for brunch and then losing their lunch? This was still during the pandemic, and it became a very sensitive issue for customers and staff having to clean up, Choi told SF Gate. But this is not unique. It's there to make the customers stop and think about other people. Yes, because when I go out to brunch, all I care about are other people. No, the whole reason I go to brunch is because it's, super duper easy, and they love breakfast food, so why not fucking do it? And then plus, who doesn't enjoy good cream cheese blintz? Just fucking let it go, man. This idea. Think about the other customers. You're ruining their dining experience. Their dining experience, my dining experience became an undining experience. I'm having a pretty bad time here. I think you should feel bad for me. So either the food is making them chuck, or it's the mimosas. Either way, I don't blame these people. Kitchen Story co-owner Chaphorn Kitisevich said the sign has helped in preventing purging. He can't even recall having to actually charge any customers the cleanup fee, but before the sign, it was a big problem. I mean, before the sign, people just kept vomiting everywhere, and we couldn't understand why. Did you clean the cooking utensils? I mean, have you washed your dishes? I'm starting to question this place. It's like, we had too many people puking, so we put up a sign. All right, either you're over-serving them, and you know you are. Plus, it's bottomless mimosas. So that means what? You buy one, and it's incredibly high-priced, but it keeps coming and coming and coming. And so 2 or 3 people out of 90% of their clientele really take advantage of that. The rest of them are just like, I'll drink responsibly and just overpay. Ugh. And again, I haven't had a mimosa. What's the big deal about mimosas? I feel like they're not that big a deal. Other factors seem to be how the bottomless mimosas are served and for how long. Most brunch eateries enforce timed seatings in order to discourage overindulgence and move tables. At Kitchen Story, a smaller restaurant, you can enjoy your bottomless mimosas for 60 minutes. Servers bring small carafes of grapefruit or peach-laced bubbly to the tables for customers to drain before another is dropped off. Grapefruit or peach-laced bubbly. Mimosas sound gross. I thought it was champagne and orange juice, like a really ritzy person's screwdriver. I love mimosas, but if you use shitty champagne and shitty orange juice, you're probably going to puke, right? Especially if you over. All right. And I just shit myself. All right. So yeah, I agree. If you overindulge, or if you have bad orange juice and champagne, it's gonna be too sweet. The acidity is gonna be a problem. We don't do that, said Liz Ryan, co-owner of the Sycamore, a lively gastropub. Really, gastropub in San Francisco's Mission District. You know what? I hope you close down. We're a gastropub, meaning what? Meaning we serve food. Yeah, you're a fucking eatery, all right? Stop. Oh, we're a gastropub. We do things differently. How so? We serve food. Dicks. Gastropub. All right. Known for pork belly donuts and prosciutto stuffed Belgian waffles. Really? It's already a Belgian waffle. You got to stuff it. We have a staff member who is a mimosa fairy. They bring a pitcher around and they use to refill glasses. There's a mimosa station and it says this is for staff use only. So please do not help yourself. Right. It says please do not help yourself. But guess what people will do? Ooh, mimosas. Let's go get mimosas. Alrighty. During the Sycamore's 2-hour brunch seating, the fairy, hey, don't question his lifestyle, all right? He does what he wants, okay? You got to respect it. It's 2023. Stop belittling him because he takes cock and likes orange juice. All right, so the fairy makes their way through the dining area every 15 minutes or so to offer pours. Well, if you're bringing in pours, of course they're going to overindulge. At the same time, they're paying keen attention to patron behavior. Our staff is trained to make sure our customers don't overdo it. Nobody wants to see people throwing up. That sort of spoils the party vibe we're trying to create. Look, all right, if they're spilling over themselves, maybe tap out on the mimosas. But what if they don't let you tap out? What if you know they're called Mimosa Fairy and you're way too hammered so they won't keep serving you, but hey, psst, Mimosa Fairy. Shh, I know. Hi. Oh yeah, I'll be quiet. I'm sorry. I'll try. Hi, over here. I want more mimosas. I'm not being loud. You shh. This cunt won't give me more mimosas. Come on, you saucy little dick. Quit trying to hunt for cock and refill my orange juice. Oh. Like I said, you can offer and you can avoid refilling if you think they have had too much. But what if they don't let you off that easy? What if they know it's bottomless mimosas and they're determined to reach that bottom? I'm going to get there if it kills me. I don't think it's a challenge, man. Nah, dude. I'm going to win this thing. What? They're going to put my name on that trophy. There is no trophy. There's no trophy. But yes, again, San Francisco having a puking problem, and
created hint water to make water taste better. We started in one grocery store.
We created pimp water. Yep, you created pimp water. Taste the booty sweat. All right, so yeah, it just it's not going well for them over there in the business of brunch, apparently. Too many people just fucking shitting themselves and puking themselves all over the place. And apparently it's because of the mimosas. Alrighty. So I have two stories here about Wheel of Fortune. And people might be like, why? And I'll be like, because I had to fill the show, and quite frankly, I'm tired as fuck. So, the two stories we have, I don't really want to read the first one because the first one really isn't that big a deal, because I'm calling bullshit on it. That's really all I'm going to do. The first one is Wheel of Fortune co-host Vanna White saying that she is, quote, kind of scared of plastic surgery, but won't rule it out. What do you mean? Won't rule it out? Like, won't rule out getting it again? I'm sorry. Do you really expect us to believe you've had no plastic surgery done, Vanna? I don't think. I severely doubt that you've had no plastic surgery of any kind. You haven't had a facelift or something tucked just to stay up there. Really? Really, Vanna? All right. But anyways, as Pat Sajak's longtime co-host, White has always been known for her classic fashion sense and her timeless beauty. No. She wasn't known. She was kind of just there. As she revealed in a new interview, she's embracing the aging process while still not ruling out the possibility of plastic surgery. Again, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on you. Fuck you, John. Vanna is a national treasure. I'm calling bullshit on the plastic surgery, okay? I'm saying I don't believe that Vanna White... All right, let's do the old Vanna White. Vanna. The only Vanna. Vanna White and images. I'm sorry, man. I'm looking at this and I'm not seeing. Okay, let's go like this. Open link in new tab. Open link in new tab. Boom. Boom. Oh, actually beautiful. Okay. Boop. Okay. So here we have Pat and Vanna sitting right there. And then when you go here, Pat and Vanna. Again, this guy looks like an older version of this guy. This lady, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying I don't believe that this face just naturally turns into that face. I don't I don't believe it. I do not believe that whatsoever. I believe that Pat's probably had a little work done, maybe a little Botox. I'm guaranteeing Botox. I guarantee you, there's been something going on there. Alrighty, what is it? My sign would say, if you puke, I'm rubbing your nose in it. Signs stop nausea. The chef is a medical genius. It is an excuse for day drinking. Yes, it is. You should try a mimosa. Johnny had a proposal. I had a proposal. A poop-posa. Oh. How are you going to puke and rally? Wait a minute. What? I don't understand. Puke and rally. Wait a minute. What? Vampire question mark. No. No, I don't think she's a vampire. I don't think Vanna White's a vampire. I think, again, I think Vanna White is just a normal lady. And I honestly, I don't believe. Maybe I am wrong. I'm looking at a couple of these, and so, yeah, maybe I am wrong. Maybe she's never had plastic surgery. But again, I don't believe it. Hella exfoliation on Pat. Do you? Because I don't know. Hey, I have a sound drop for that. Where is it? Found it. Lab glass. As I said, fuck you. Here, I have Lab Glass in America, a message for me. I just received it. Let's play it now.
Go fuck yourself.
What? It's one man's opinion, okay? It's one man's goddamn opinion. We're going all the way till 5:30 if we hit that $20 goal. Fawn the Great saying, exfoliate my asshole with your tongue. For what? For my take on Vanna? Here, let's open link in new tab. We got a good Vanna through the ages. Vanna through the ages. I guarantee. All right, so definitely no lip filler. Definitely no lip filler. But let's just say I have a hard time believing that there ain't no Botox. And by the way, I'm also saying this. Vanna, total gilf. But I'm just saying, I think there's Botox in there at the very least. Just a wee bit of Botox. But again, so she hasn't ruled out plastic surgery. But a lot of people, she's been asking for more money and everything else.
Stop into Grand Casino Hinckley this
No.
October for Fabulous Fridays, and you could scare up a frightfully fun prize.
Okay, go fuck yourself. I don't even want Fabulous Fridays. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, so we did that quick story to cut into this one. Wheel of Fortune is this weird thing, as we've already discussed. People are very defensive of their Wheel of Fortune cast members and just show in general. But it's been around for so long. I mean, it's really hard to talk about getting rid of it, you know? I mean, people get defensive. So this one is one that people have been asking for, and now Vanna herself has come out. Longtime Wheel of Fortune co-host Vanna White recommended Pat Sajak's daughter to step up to the game show letterboard. White, 66, suggested that if she were ever absent, Maggie would be the right person for the role. I think she's a good replacement if I can't be there for some reason, White said during an interview with E! News. And again, image new tab. Yeah, I'm sorry, Vanna. I'm one of the people saying, can you just not be there anymore? Like, no offense, but Maggie Sajak is like hot as fuck. I don't have any problem. Like, she's also apparently taller than both of you. Is that actually a thing, or is it heels? Is she wearing heels to get that height? Why is she up so high in the middle between the two of them? She's a tall drink of water, and I am so thirsty. Again, everybody's like, hey, man, if I can't make it, we'll let Pat's daughter do it. Can we just have her step in for you full time? I just, like, no offense. You've had a good run, all right? She's been around it her whole life, so I think she can fill in for me for sure. Yeah, no offense, Vanna. I don't know if you know this, but your job is not the most technically complicated role on the show. Maggie, 28, previously took over White's hosting duties in early May as the latter competed on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. White continued to gush over Maggie and added she brought a certain charm to the game show, just like her father. She's precious. She's beautiful. Yeah, she's hotter than you. We know that. She's your replacement. I'm sorry. She's precious. She's beautiful. She's very good, White noted. I think she learned a lot from her father because he's such a good interviewer. I think she's good for our show. White's comments come as Sajak prepares to retire for good from the Wheel of Fortune show. And he's going to be succeeded by Ryan Seacrest. Again, we're bringing Ryan Seacrest on, but we're going to keep... In June, Sajak announced his plans to retire after the upcoming season, making an end to 42 years of hosting the show. 42 years, damn. Weeks later, Ryan Seacrest was officially named as his replacement, but judging by several comments on social media, fans believe the job should have gone to Maggie. I don't know if the job should, like, show lead should have gone to Maggie. Could have. As I said, fuck you, Lab Glass. Seacrest is more plastic than Vanna. Absolutely. But here's my problem. Seacrest isn't posting a fucking story about, hey, man, I don't know. I'm getting older and plastic surgery, not ruling it out. And I just, what do you mean not ruling it out? Not ruling out getting it again? I'd be burning on Seacrest every bit as hard as I was burning on Vanna when I was calling bullshit on her article about plastic surgery. And again, I don't know why people are so invested in this. I don't know why I catch so much flack for just being like, yeah, fucking get rid of Vanna. Let's go ahead and let's have Maggie show up. She looks hot to trot. Yeah, bring her out here. All right. Maggie, who recently graduated from law school, so she's very qualified to handle the letters. You need a BA to handle those blocks, bitch. All right. Maggie, who recently graduated from law school, has also worked on the game show's social media correspondent since 2021. She previously graduated with an undergraduate degree from Princeton University. The Wheel of Fortune staff and crew have always been like an extended family, and I'm thrilled to be working with them, Maggie said about her role with the show. It's a real privilege to be able to treat the show's longtime viewers to a look at what goes on when the cameras aren't rolling. Plus, I get to use the carpool lane with my father. Oh, isn't that adorable? Again, she's a lawyer. Really overqualified for this job, I feel like. But hey, fuck it. Put her in there. Put her in there. While Sajak will be leaving, the current season ends, White recently signed a contract that will keep her on the show through the 25-26 season. So she's got at least one more in her. She's got at least one more in her. Maggie strutting on over to you. Dude, like, Maggie's fucking, they should have went with Maggie and Vanna's kid. Vanna's kid is creepy. Like, no offense, Vanna's son is creepy. I watched the two of them together, and they have good chemistry because they've kind of known each other a little bit. They've grown up together a little bit. But, yeah, just Kind of like looking at him is like looking at Hugh Hefner's kid, where I'm like, no, you're something. No, I don't know. And Mikey Two Mucks jumping up in the channel. Hey, Mikey, how you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to have you here. Glad to have everybody on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble. Thank you for being part of the show. We're going to hopefully keep going for another 2.5 hours, at least another 2 hours. And if we score that $20 over the course of this show, then we'll do that extra half hour. If not, I'm taking a nap. I'm taking a goddamn nap. All right, so that's Vanna. We're done with that. We're almost done with our first hour stories, and it's just beginning of second hour. So, hey, we're
Kirby is the National
shut up, I wasn't to you yet. Who cares? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Fanatical Bucks fan, for throwing the 250 channel points at me. Really love having the audience interactions. Thank you. So, yes, I don't like covering this stuff as much as we have, like I said already, but we had a couple stories of it, including this one. In a move that should shock nobody, Ilhan Omar condemns Israel's military response to Hamas, says solution is negotiated peace. Right? How dare you guys respond? They just showed up and started murdering people, and you sent the army in. Haven't you ever heard of a peace talk? Look, Ilhan Omar, I'm going to explain this slowly because you're stupid. Peace talks have been tried a lot in the whole Hamas, Israel, Palestine thing. They didn't really ever work. So the whole, like, how dare they respond? Like, to condemn military response to people getting murdered. I feel like, what are you, stupid? Oh, I'm sorry. That question answers itself. Yes, you are. Yes, you're Ilhan Omar. Of course you're an idiot. You rely on the fact that anyone who doesn't support everything you say is somehow racist. So, of course, you're dumb. Representative Ilhan Omar, a dummy or D from Minnesota, attacked Israel's response to an unprecedented assault by Hamas in an extensive thread on social media. Omar, a longtime critic of Israel and advocate for Palestinians, seemed to equate the Israeli victims killed by Hamas terrorists this weekend and Palestinians killed in the ongoing Israeli response. Just as we honor the humanity of hundreds of innocent Israeli civilians and 9 Americans who were killed this weekend, we must honor the humanity of the innocent Palestinian civilians who have been killed and whose lives are upended, she wrote. Okay, so far, nothing wrong there. She's just saying the innocent civilians. Great. Omar went on to highlight the hardships of living in Gaza, accusing Israel of operating an apartheid state in an attempt to explain violence by Hamas. I don't want to be agreeing with this bitch, but she's kind of right. And to argue the devil's advocate of the other side, well, of course they have to be this bad. Look at how it goes if they don't use an iron fist. It's just almost like, can't we get rid of all of them? Can't we just box up the whole pile of problems and kick it into the garbage can? Oh. Maggie, yep, Maggie. So violent to add that AI. So violent to that AI ad lady. What? Sadly, she isn't wrong. Just tell her it's some people that did something. I mean, yeah, she might understand that. Israel is known for retaliating huge. Not only is Israel known for retaliating huge, both groups, like I was saying earlier, both groups, in my opinion, have zero scruples. They'll go down to the level of murdering babies, all right? If you're willing to kill an infant because it belongs to the wrong race, I don't care what your political issues are, and rest assured, if you have a problem with Israel because you are a Palestinian or vice versa, that is a political issue. Because ultimately, your religion doesn't give a shit. Your religious spaces are shared in terms of, oh, but this is my religious wall. But this is my religious wall. Well, until your God shows up to demand which one is which, I say, how about you fuck off and share? You know what I mean? How about you both agree that your invisible man made this wall or whatever it is, and we move on. Play Erica right fucking now, says Falling the Great. Why should I play Erica? I'm not going to play Erica. There's no reason to. I am not a dancing puppet, all right? You want me to play Erica, I'm going to need money or something. Wait a minute, hold on. Speaking of needing money, we received a donation from Mr. Q, I believe, for $5. So that's going to throw us down to $15 for the goal today. $15. Why the heck? I gotta get my goddamn... I'm getting old because apparently my eyebrows are still growing and they're getting too damn bushy. So we're down to $15 for our overtime goal today. Really appreciate all the support. Super helpful. Thank you so much. $15. 1-5. Let's go ahead and do this, that. Boom. Boom, and then boopity boop. Boopity boop, and boopity boop. Let's catch up with Rumble here quick. Hella exfoliation on Pat. I'd tap that. How old is Maggie? Maggie, I believe, is 26. I believe Maggie is 26. Let's Google Maggie Sajak. Maggie. Holy shit! I didn't even finish typing Maggie, and Maggie Sajak is the top search, beating out Maggie Smith.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Kicking in towards that goal. I think that's gonna end up like being like $5 or whatever. Northern Finlander subscribing with Prime. That's 14 months. 14 months. One more, it'll be 15, which is 1-5. But until then, it's 1-4. How about we ring that cowbell for Northern Finlander? Hey-o! I'm glad I did not neuter the cowbell because I've actually, I know it's not the dunk, dunk, dunk thing, but I kind of like the ringing it now thing. And just, I like saying hey-o and just giving her a good, All right, speaking of giving her a good, Maggie Sajak, 28, everybody. All right. Leslie Brown and Pat Sajak are her parents. Patrick Michael James Sajak. So she has a sibling with way too many names. Holy shit, she plays guitar. Jesus Christ, this is way too much information for this lady to be available, and I'm like, she just got hotter now. I mean, holy shit, play instruments, guitar and vocals. I mean, instruments. What? This was about a person, not a band. You don't say instruments, guitar and vocals. But yeah, she is 28, so she's legal and then some. Oh Jesus. Alricky. I'd tap that. How old is Maggie? Like we said, 28. She can look over my hard cock, says COCK, says Atomic Ray. I'm pretty shut. They have both agreed to peace, but neither side can ever keep their word. Right? We've had peace talks. We've had peace agreements, but they can never keep to their agreements. Israel starts overstepping and building into Gaza. Palestinians start doing shit to kind of like, hey, we deserve to have this place. It's all ours or whatever. Again, this whole thing of Why do you need to have the country? Why does the country specifically have to be yours? Doesn't Israel have democracy and voting and stuff? Can't you vote for Palestine? Can't Palestinians be part of the government? Like, unless there's a rule that says Palestinians are somehow second-class citizens, why can't you all just be part of the country? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what it's like, but we don't have our own country. What do you mean your own country? But we have to have our own country, which obeys our religion as law. And that's where we have a problem. Always coming back to, but we need our rules from our invisible guy to be the rules from the invisible guy, because there is no invisible guy other than thee. Right. All right. Taste Fairy, where is that one at? Taste Fairy, 15, come on, filthy gay words, buy Johnny a burger. I mean, it's not even buying me a burger. At this point, it's paying for me to stay awake for another half hour. That's literally all it is. I don't need food, and I will just pass out as soon as we sign off. I'm not even going to get out of the chair. I'm just going to slump over like a robot. I'll just stay here until tomorrow. All right, LOL, a cop just shot a skunk at my shop. What? A cop just shot a skunk at my shop. Okay, there's a few things to unpack there. So, now all of a sudden everyone thinks I sell weed. But again, Maggie Sajak in just oof. That lady is adorable. All right, so this last story from our first hour here. Dodgers fans beat the living daylights out of each other, fighting cops during the latest playoff loss. I'm supposed to have... Oh, here we are. Good. I was going to say I'm supposed to have some videos here. The Dodgers did not win on Monday night, but the fans certainly put on a show. Arizona beat the Los Angeles Dodgers to go up 2-0 in the playoff series. And while Los Angeles didn't put on a show, the same can't be said for the fans. The people who bought tickets put on a show for the ages that included multiple major brawls. There is a brawl in a bathroom between guys. One man attempted to swing at multiple cops. A third fight broke out on the concourse, and some people got into a mostly verbal exchange outside of the stadium. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, so we've got a few videos to see here. Again, love to see how we're handling. Oh my God, this Meatloaf fucking concert is out of hand. These people need. I would do anything to shit, but I won't do that. I don't know what's worse. The fact that both of you have really, really stupid long hair and look like stupid idiots, or the fact that neither one... They're throwing punches and they're completely connecting, but they're not doing anything. Neither one is doing damage. They're hitting each other as hard as they can, and neither one can feel it. And it's not due to inebriation. Oh, all right. So, let's check this out. I love the lady screaming. You know what'll help? This guy's taking on 3 police officers. Why don't you shriek like a harpy? That'll put a stop to it real quick. Oh, Jesus. Taste Fairy, I actually kind of like skunk smell because it smells like good weed. See, this is the thing that I've explained to people, though. Weed has well, at least for potheads, obviously. Weed has indoctrinated us, or what would you call it? In any way, weed has made us become accustomed to a really bad smell equating to a really good thing. Kind of like how certain beers taste like absolute dog shit, but you know if you drink a couple of them, you're going to feel great. So, meh. You know what I mean? It's one of those where it's like, oh, wow, this smells like shit. Oh, it's going to smoke so good, though. Oh, yeah. This stuff smells like absolute rotten garbage. I can't wait to light this up. Oh, this is going to be...
Yep. I was right. Smells bad for a good reason.
All right. Northern Finlanders subscribing for 4. Oh, we already got that one. Thank you. QS7BB saying it's a religious thing. What's a religious thing? Fighting after the baseball game? It's a religious thing? All right, so there's that one. Let's go back again. That's 3 of 4. Let's check out the 4th one. Oh, this is just another angle? Okay, we're going to rewind it here because Chudley and Blue on the right threw a super strong punch at this guy. That guy is not really standing, but now the cops and the security fall over and all right, hey man, that's not cool. You're not supposed to punch people. We get it. You really wanted this to go another way and you're all chock full of nachos, but not cool, my friend. Dana White here is very, very upset. Oh, look, everybody, we found John Fetterman. He was at the baseball game. I'd recognize that sweatshirt anywhere. You know, next week is Casual Friday, and a lot of people are like, well, for Fetterman, that's just every day. Alrighty, so, ooh, wait, nope, we still got some action happening. Hey, look, they're going after Joe Pesci. Wait a minute, someone was about to say something. I shouldn't have cut him off.
Hey, your socks! Show your socks!
Your socks? Show your socks? Why? Why show your socks? I don't get, what do you mean show your socks? That makes no sense. All right, was that the 4th one? Nope. Here we go. Last video that we have here. I love that someone's blaring a horn and the group of people are like, nope, we're not going to learn. But the person blaring the horn is like, nope, I'm not going to learn that this isn't working. Everyone in this situation being a despicable piece of shit. Like, we're not going to learn that the horn is a sign that maybe we're inconveniencing other people and we should take this argument to not in front of a group of cars that are apparently trying to go somewhere. And the person on the horn, yeah, why don't you lean on it longer? I'm sure they'll catch on eventually. Like, come on, buddy. You don't know what you're doing. Yep. Again, railing on the horn. You didn't figure it out at any point that railing on the horn doesn't work. Railing on the horn doesn't work, and I'm glad I didn't have that audio up because I think they dropped an N-bomb, and I didn't need that. I don't need that smoke. God damn it. So, again, Dodgers fans really not happy with how the team performed, decided to take things into their own hands. Sports fans fighting, it's as tale as old as the games themselves. People get a few or several drinks in them, and all of a sudden they start feeling a hell of a lot tougher than they actually are. Oh, dude, no, those people were hella tough. They were just also incredibly weak when it came to punching, because every single one of them was taking hits like a pro. They just weren't going anywhere. It took the cop a while to shoot the skunk because he was part white and didn't want to shoot the white part. Oh, it's a joke, but it's... Oh. And on the other end, he was all too happy to shoot the black part. I get it. All right. Okay, so we are going until hopefully 5:30, which means we have 2 more hours in the show. We'll check move queer. You're telling me to move? Oh, you mean the... Oh, he means the... All right. That's how you get them to move. Granted, they'll move to beat the shit out of you. You just lean in. Hey, get out of the way. That'll motivate them. Just call them the gay F word. Tell them to vamoose. You're kind of holding up the line. We got places to be, dickhole. Don't. Alrighty. Thank you very much for being part of the show. We love having everyone here. If you're enjoying it, click the old thumbs up. Love getting those likes into the algorithm. And love seeing everyone on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Having a great time. Let's grab our second hour stories, because that's the end of the first one. And, halfway through the second hour. So we're on a good pace to clear most, if not all, of our content. And we have a whole bunch of stuff for overtime if we get through all of our content. So either way, we've got it till 5:30 if we just finish that last $15. And that's all it is. We're going to be talking about Bubba Wallace. And let me pull the audio down while I load the second hour stories. We talk about Bubba Wallace today because he's making news again. We're going to find out why. We're going to talk about NASA's new spacesuits and apparently who's designing them because, what is America without plugging a sponsor? And we've got fast food workers who did something not surprising in my opinion. But this is one of the things that very much worries me, like with using your credit card. Up and the audio's up and it's quiet. Great, we did it. Saint Caesar saying, "Hey Johnny, Forza Motorsport is now out, 132 gigabyte download." Yeah, my biggest problem with that is I don't have the space. I literally don't have the space on my Xbox. I might try it on the computer. We'll see how the computer runs the Forza. I love playing Forza. It's a great game. It's one of the best racing games that I played. Quite frankly, it as I drop my lighter, it kicks the pants out of PlayStation's long holding title holder for racing games and stuff. And so I love playing it, but at this, like I said, I just don't have the space in the goddamn console. I'm playing Warhammer 40K Darktide right now. I can't stop. I can't. I try. It just, oh my God. I want a wheel and cockpit. Oh, I have a wheel and cockpit. What do you mean you have a cockpit? I don't get the cockpit part. The wheel part makes total sense. I want to get the wheel and the pedals. Something I can't use. Oh. Cockpit is his mouth. Sim racing rig. Oh, okay, so you're he has a pussy. Well, that's what that's called. I used to think that was called a cooter. Turns out it's a cockpit. I used to think my mother was a pilot. Turns out she was a whore. That's what they meant when they called her a cockpit. My wife has a cockpit also, says Corntiff. You sit in it. Yeah, I imagine. I kind of figured what the cockpit part was. I have 3 screens. I mean, depending on how you worked it, it could kind of go cockpity. Ayo! Oh. All right. It's a cockpit. You sit in it. Well, apparently so do a bunch of dicks. It's a pit of cocks. A pit of cocks. Alrighty, so since we're talking about Forza and everything else, let's get into this story. Another Outkick story. 2 Outkick stories today. Who says we don't diversify? Alrighty, so we had non-playoff drivers blowing up the NASCAR picture, drivers racing like winos going to the liquor store, and drivers going up in flames while driving a pizza roll car. Okay. That's called running the spectrum, folks. You can't do any better than that. Hard to believe that we're now down to just 4 races left in this NASCAR season, 3 in the penultimate round, and then we head to Phoenix to run a couple hundred laps for the championship. Unfortunately for NASCAR, at least folks in the shiny building here in Daytona who run the numbers, the most interesting drivers are all out of the playoffs now. Chase Elliott never made it. Joey Logano was ousted after 1 round. Yesterday, both Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace were eliminated. The only person to root against now is Denny Hamlin. I don't care about any of that. I want to know about Bubba. The good news for Bubba, though, is that apparently he's now matured enough to the point of not punching a wall after a rough race like yesterday. I'll let him explain in a minute. We'll get to that burnt pizza rolls, Haley Deegan, and celebrity AJ Allmender's big win with his wife Tara, also known as Miss North Carolina. I just care about the Bubba thing. We don't have a game today, North Carolina. I don't give a shit about that. I want to know about Bubba. The whole reason I'm doing this story is Bubba Wallace. I assume he's going to bitch about something to do with racism. Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace is all grown up. All right. Tough end to a pretty good first year with RCR for Kyle Busch. The race team has been, by and large, stunk over the past decade, besides a couple Austin Dillon wins. And he came in and won 3 times in this season. Pretty decent debut. Where's Bubba Wallace is all grown up? How has this come back to Bubba Wallace? Bubba Wallace at one point yesterday looked like he was going to advance, but ultimately fell just short and was eliminated from the postseason. And while I'm sure everyone reading this is just heartbroken for Bubba, he handled it pretty well, given his history of being overdramatic. All right, so wait a minute. Unless something wild happens at the end of this race, this will effectively end Bubba Wallace's playoff bid. What happened? All right. 33 seconds.
Suarez turns into the back of the 2.
I think Suarez was trying to outbrake the guys he was racing and lost control of his car. Maybe slid the rear tires a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't think he turned left on purpose.
No. So you can see right there. See him sliding around? That's the problem. He locked the rear tires up, trying to outbrake everybody into that rear chicane.
That's weird. I thought you guys only did the circles.
Bubba Wallace is thinking he has no idea what hit him.
Bubba Wallace has no idea what hit him.
Suarez turns into the back of the 2.
I think Suarez was trying to outbrake the guys he was.
Yep, and so Bubba Wallace is effectively out. So let's get back over to this. Bubba Wallace, he's eliminated postseason, is heartbroken, pretty sure he handled well being over dramatic. And hey, it could have even been much worse. Bubba Wallace says this playoff run was about proving people around the sport wrong, inside the sport wrong. He always feels like he's matured in how he handles defeat like today. Oh, let's watch him pat himself on the back for losing.
Here, according to a lot of people, but we proved them wrong and proved a lot of people in the garage wrong that you can't really count on the 23 on a road course race, right? So that's cool to say. So got to continue to work. I don't think we're a winning car yet, but we're light years where we were a few races ago.
When you get out of the car and you stand and take a moment to collect your thoughts, what goes through your mind, or what were you just kind of thinking about?
When I get out of the car, usually like, well, is this the part where they arrest me? Get it? Because he's... So every time they get out... Because it's, hey... That's why I don't think Bubba Wallace is really black. He's been in all of these races. Not once have I seen a cop pull him over. Because, he's driving while black. 99 car started it all. Later, someone got him back. Nick Rekieta sponsors 2 race cars in NASCAR. Spirit with Camelot in race. They both wrecked in the same race. Okay. Ironic. They've wrecked in the same race. Still have a copy of Gran Turismo and a memory card with all cars unlocked, no system to play it with. Like that, you don't have like a PS1 or a PS2? Like that's where I keep telling people, someone was telling me the other day, I was talking with somebody about this, and they were saying, yeah, people are pissed because you can get, a lot of games that came out even 10, 12 years ago. You got to get them like pirated online unless you have a hard copy because digital games. And I'm like, yeah, but you have to get them pirated online. You also have to get the emulator pirated online because, by the way, all of those consoles and systems don't exist now. And unless you have a PC game, it's not going to be just open backwards compatible to play. You can't do it. You can't do it. So, I know how you feel. I have a PlayStation 2 memory card with a collection of Soul Calibur 3 fighters. And just a bunch of other shit. So, the time you could do emulation on Xbox was great. Playing Here Comes to Pain at 40k FPS was great. Oh, Here Comes the Pain. Jesus Christ. Emulators on like Xbox and everything else is it's worth nothing. Yeah, the cards and stuff are worth nothing. The games and things are worth nothing. Ultimately, I'd say it just doesn't pay to like be like, oh, I'm these games, those games. That's why now people are like, you got to play this game, you got to play that game, and I'm like, do I? My PS2 and PS1 are still fun. Mine are dirty. My PS4 has so much dust on it. I haven't used it in so long. I played a lot of Destiny 2 for a very brief time. All right, Bubba. So, again, explain to us how your year went.
Reflecting upon.
10 years ago, I'd be ready to punch something. I guess that's maturing and growing up and
turning 30.
Accepting the fate, and it wasn't meant to be. I mean, we weren't supposed to be here.
20 years ago, I'd be ready to punch something. Great, you punch something because I love the idea. Don't perpetrate. What do you mean? All they know is violence. Shut up. Don't do that. Not now. All right. So there we go. Let's close that. And that's done. That's it for that story. Again, Bubba Wallace. I'm glad he didn't make it about racism stuff. I'm so sick of that. I'm glad I have a Steam Deck on my laptop. I'm glad I have a Steam Deck. My laptop is shit. Yeah, like my computer is good and used to be pretty baller like a couple of years ago. Now I'm kind of like, I maybe get some more memory and a better video card because it's just, ugh. I do have an original piano black 60 gigabyte PS3 that I got on Black Friday 1 year ago. Not 1 year ago. So you got it a year ago, but not 1 year ago. But it's got to be your bull. Alrighty, that seems like a really... Hey, segue. Prada to design the next... NASA's new next-gen spacesuits. You know, because, like, you know what? We really need... can we get Prada to design? How about Gucci? Fucking... Yo, man, I got to get that Nike spacesuit. That's what I'm after. I'm after that Nike spacesuit. Italian luxury fashion designer house Prada has announced it is to partner with Axiom Space to design and develop NASA's next-generation lunar spacesuits for the upcoming 2025 Artemis III moon mission. In a joint statement, the luxury fashion house announced its engineers are to work alongside Axiom Space Systems to design and develop the new Axiom Extravehicular Mobility Unit, or AXEMU, spacesuit. AXEMU. AXEMU. You got to get the new AXEMU suit, dude. What are you talking about? The constant forward-thinking ethos of Prada for humanity has broadened to his desire of adventure and brave new horizons. Space, said Prada Group's marketing director, Lorenzo Bertelli. Look, it's you guys aren't going to turn down money. Just admit, we're not going to turn down money. They want us to make a spacesuit. We normally design purses and shit, but hey. Oh, God. Out of coffee already, by the way. We have an hour and possibly 45 minutes because we have $15 left in the show. And so we'll check on the Twitch earnings. Actually, you can check on that right now while we're procrastinating here just a second. I bet it, with what we've got today, we can already scoop into yesterday's thing and count that as a whole 5. Where are we? Nope, not quite. Just about. We're close enough. We'll count it as 5 with everything that's gone on there. So we're down to 10. We're down to 10, everybody. $10. And that bitch is all across the line. God, that'll feel good. Alrighty, where are we at? There we go. Stream manager. Thank you. So NASA is going to be going to Prada. Like I said, next will be Gucci, and then eventually we'll fall back to Nike, just because that's where it always goes eventually. It always ends up in China. So there we are. Oh, man. Why do all these are written stories? I thought I had... We've got to have some of them that are videos.
No matter how you connect with all...
Nope, I don't want to get to that yet. That's a video. Nope, I don't want inflation on fast food. So, yeah, no, those are all audio stories. Fuck, I did not realize I did not pack enough video into the second hour. God damn it, Johnny. You dick. Save the money and just use body bags. Wait a minute, what? Oh, well... Well, again, Fanatical Bucks fan, I mean, save the money. They're already spending so much money in faking another moon landing because, as we all know, the moon isn't real, the Earth is flat, and Antarctica's a lie. So why would... Oh, wait a minute, what? Famous Israeli actress family wedding canceled as groom is drafted to the front lines amid Hamas. I don't... So famous Israeli actress. So someone none of us know about. All right, fine. Let's just move on. Okay, so let's get to this this real water thing quick. I don't know what real water is supposed to be. Real water, this stuff, sgwaterstore.com. It just, All right, real water that poisoned dozens contained a chemical from rocket fuel. Expert witnesses testified that hydrazine was likely formed during an electrolysis process. A jury this week awarded $228.5 million to 7 plaintiffs in their case against Nevada-based water company Real Water, which sold alkaline water tainted with hydrazine, a highly toxic chemical found in fuel for rockets and spacecraft. The plaintiffs included a 7-month-old boy who was hospitalized with severe liver failure and nearly needed a liver transplant. Another was a 69-year-old woman who was hospitalized with liver failure after drinking the water for years. She died in the hospital on November 11th of 2020. Holy fuck. Just get a Brita filter, guys. Wow. They are among and around 100 people who say they have suffered acute liver toxicity and failure from the water and have filed lawsuits against Real Water, according to attorney Will Kemp. Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't have something. I'm sure he's not milking this. Kemp. Alrighty, in an interview Friday, Kemp told ARS he represents a little over 60 of the plaintiffs, including the 7 in the case that received a jury verdict this week. It was the first case to go to trial. Jurors for the case in the 8th Judicial District Court in Clark County, Nevada, found Real Water liable for $200 million in punitive damages and $28.5 million in compensatory damages. 2 other defendants, Hana Instruments and Milwaukee Instruments, which were alleged to have made faulty water testing meters that contributed to Real Water's toxicity. What the heck did you just do? No. Editor, layout editor, recordings, highlighter. What did I do? How do I get rid of this? Does it go to this one? There we go. Holy Jesus. Do we need all these buttons over here on here? You know what you need on your Streamlabs thing? A fucking window of advertisements that you have no interest in whatsoever. Just fuck off. What was that? That was the App Store. Oh, well, that explains why that was up there. I don't need apps. Sorry. Now tests. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's finish reading this quick. There are among 100 people. Jurors for the case in the 8th Judicial Court in Clark County, Nevada, found Real Water liable. Yep, and we covered that one. 25 compensatory damages, 2 defendants. Liable damages, but not punitive damages. We're hoping that the punitive award sends a message to people that they should test bottled water products before they put them on the market, Kemp told ARS. The jury trial, which spanned mid-September to this week, also revealed how the water poisoned people. It contained hydrazine, which it says likely to have formed during the company's untested water processing method, according to Kemp, an expert witness. So I'm just saying, if they have this process, what you're saying is we can make our own rocket fuel with nothing more than water. I mean, Real Water needs to stop working on water and start working on jet fuel. Because apparently that's what they're making. The poisoning came to light in the early 2021, in the early year of 2021, when the local authorities in Nevada and the Food and Drug Administration announced that at least 5 infants and children had suffered liver failure after drinking the water. Oh, my God. Infants and children. I can't. Why? Findings led to a recall, but some of the company's products remained on the market. In May of 2021, the Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against Real Water, Inc. on behalf of the FDA, alleging the company's officers, Brent Jones and his son, Blaine Jones, were selling adulterated products made amid multiple manufacturing violations. And as previously reported, the Joneses agreed to settle the case in June, and the DOJ bound them with a permanent injunction from ever preparing, processing, or selling water again. You're not allowed to sell water. You have besmirched your reputation to the point where you are not allowed to sell water. Real shitty water. There, I fixed it. There you go. Thank you, Fanatical Bucks fan, for fixing it. The Ultimate Warrior had rocket fuel. Look what happened to him. You know what? Saint Caesar's right. Saint Caesar's right. Thank you, Saint Caesar. It was right in front of us the whole time. Why were we worried about it? You know what I mean? It feel like it's... Why are we even doing the story? Who cares? It's done. Dunsky. Over. Pack it up, ship it, send it to South Korea. Why? I don't know. But it's done. We're out of here. See you later, Real Water. Again, Real Water, real bad for you. Really pissed that people, again, just can't buy a Brita filter. Is that the replacement for gutter oil? Can't seem to get another shipment. Angry Saxon, no, Real Water is not the replacement for gutter oil. Gutter oil is fucking disgusting. I have learned two things about foods in my time doing these shows, and both of them, ironically, on Aaron's show. Dirt cookies and gutter oil. Both of those things gross me out to no end. Dirt cookies for an entirely different reason than gutter oil. Dirt cookies are where I'm like, all right, you can't sustain yourself. You can't make ends meet. You're making cookies out of dirt. And the thing is you'll feed these to your family because your children are starving. Great. Glad you are making dirt cookies to feed your starving children. Really pissed that at no point did you think I shouldn't have children because I'm eating and feeding them dirt cookies. So, yeah, just saying, if you're eating dirt like a goddamn earthworm, maybe you don't need more mouths to feed, just in general. But, next time you go to Aaron's, give him a loaf of bread on camera, please. Well, that'll be next week, Saint Caesar, because I have the aims to make another batch of pickle bread this next weekend and hopefully get all of my mistakes out of the way now. I've got all of my supplies. I don't have to go shopping. I just have to make the bread and not fuck it up. And if I get it right, I'm going to bring a loaf to him on Monday. And then I'm just going to put it there. And we'll see what happens. Although if I bring it, I might have to give it to April and then just have her bring some down to him because she doesn't, she can't trust him with the bread. If I leave it with him, then where will it be when she finally wants to get some? Oh, man. I have really got to get that beer out of my car. Kind of wish I did and I'd be drinking. Don't tell Johnny about head cheese. Head cheese. I've heard of head cheese. I don't know what head cheese is. Head cheese sounds really, really fucked up. In fact, let's look up head cheese and find out what it... Barbara Morton.
Please, demand to see life's...
Hey, I'm live on my show right now, and you're live on the air with me. How may I help you? Somehow, when you tell them you're live on the air with me, they can't say a thing. Fromunda cheese. Well, that's gross. That's gross. I've seen Clerks. All right, so head cheese. Head cheese is a dish. Head cheese recipe. Head cheese is, or brawn, is a cold-cut terrine or meat jelly that originated in Europe. Who said it? Don't tell Johnny about head cheese. Thorne, you were right. let's reread this and try to keep that coffee down. Head cheese, or Dutch hoofdkus, or brawn of the Blackwater, is a cold-cut terrine or meat jelly that originated in Europe. It is made from the flesh of the head of a calf or pig, less commonly known as sheep or cow, typically set in aspic, usually eaten cold at room temperature or in a sandwich. Despite its name, the dish is not a cheese and contains no dairy products. Not unless they use the cow. The parts of the head used vary and may include the tongue and sometimes the feet and the heart, but do not commonly include the brain, eyes, or ears. Trimmings from more commonly eaten cuts of pork and veal are often used with gelatin added as a binder. Variations of head cheese exist throughout Europe and the rest of the world, with differences in construction and ingredients. A version pickled with vinegar is known as sauce. Historically, meat jellies were made of the head of an animal, less its organs, which would be simmered to produce a naturally gelatinous stock that would congeal as the dish cooled. Meat jellies are made this way, were commonly a peasant food, and have been made since the Middle Ages. Modern head cheese recipes may require additional gelatin, or more often, need to be reduced to set properly. My favorite is the pink one. What do you mean the pink one? Looks like confetti inside bologna. Oh, no. Remember when E-Rock eat head cheese on O and A? I do not, and I don't know that I want to. Fanatical Bucks fan with a link. LMAO, the silent gag was worth it. Dude, it just, the name is off-putting enough, but then when I read what it is, it's delicious like hot dogs. Just don't ask. Dude, I don't know. Mosquito burgers from Africa. What the fuck? Is the rest of the day just gross out Johnny with fucking food day? Hey, man, you used to be a chef. You enjoy cooking. You find food to be one of your therapeutic ways of trying to avoid depression. Hey, how about we make you never want to eat again? Because anytime you make a burger patty or anything else, you're going to be like, hey, and you know what? People use mosquitoes. Oh, just... It's not right. It's not right. I want a refund. Feel free to throw in some bits, some subs, or whatever. If you're going to keep this shit show going, and I'm going to fucking vomit, we might as well. If we keep going through these stories, rest assured, you don't need to question it. It's almost guaranteed.
He's gotta puke! He's gotta puke!
See, Aaron says that I have the right one, and I agree because of the he's gonna puke. Like that's too exciting for you. No, you need the freaked out one of the
he's gotta puke. He's gotta puke.
And then just because I've been playing sound drops,
go fuck yourself.
Alrighty. Dung beetle salad. Spy pigeon, I don't want to know. Jellied meat. Yeah, jellied meats are gross, in my opinion. Jellied meats are disgusting, in my opinion. Overall. I have a minute and 13 of what I don't really think I want to watch this. I think we're going to push play, though, because why not, man? We got an hour left in the show, and we are $10 away from an hour and a half left in the show. And quite frankly, wow is all I can say. All I can say. Hey. That's my phone choosing. And we're going to turn the volume down because now all of the stupid... Yep, there. Every time an alert goes off, that little portal button noise Can you tell I really love the game Portal? Between that and just an entire collection of drops.
Roman toothpaste was made with human urine. Urine as an ingredient in toothpaste continued to be used up until the 18th century.
That's true. That is very, very true.
At some point in their lives, 1 in 6 children will be abducted by the Dutch.
Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these?
All right, so now let's go over to this video clip provided by, who was this? Was Fanatical Bucks fan? Was this Fanatical Bucks fan? Where are we looking at? I forgot who threw this in where. I think it was Fanatical Bucks fan. Somebody. Yeah, it was Fanatical Bucks fan. Fanatical Bucks fan, the source of most of my, what would we call it? Animal Kingdom information distress? I think so. I'm pretty sure Fanatical Bucks fan is the one who keeps enlightening me to things that we do with animals for food, sustenance, and flavoring that maybe we just shouldn't. You know, maybe humanity is done. All right? Maybe if it's come to this, we had a good run. They're taking just big ass, just metal pots and pans, and they're just swinging them through groups of mosquitoes. And they're then working said groups of mosquitoes into a fucking mush, and the upbeat music is making it worse, all right? These people are happy, and I'm like, you don't understand. Life is not worth living. You have clearly never enjoyed a steak. It's just, if this is what it takes to continue your existence, should you continue existing? I say no. I hope they add some seasoning. Yeah, you wouldn't want to go with just raw bug flavor. The pepper really brings out the subtle tones of the mosquito. And just I mean, just plain Z-Bugs is so 2022. Fanatical Bucks fan, if they mix in some castoreum, it could be like a dessert. Yeah, you know, hey, do you guys got any beavers? Just squirt some butt juice on your bug burger, and then we'll go and call it a souffle. Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
He's gotta puke! He's gotta puke!
It looked like a charcoal briquette. It didn't look appetizing. It looks like a turd puck. It does. Angry Saxon. What the actual fuck? You could thank Fanatical Bucks fan for ruining all our hopes and dreams, because good God. Can I get some ranch to muscle this down? I feel like, can I get a bullet to muscle this down? Because at a certain point, life ain't worth living. I can't believe that I am actually salivating for remembering the flavor of that fucking Braunschweizer or whatever. Braunschweiger? I don't know. Braunschweiger? Why does it German stuff have to have really weird names? Revenge on the mosquito that bit my daughter with my mantis kiwi. What? A summer came, went, mosquitoes started appearing in the home. All right, so you thought one mosquito was behind all of it? I don't want to watch 4 minutes of this. This is a weird video that just kind of showed up. I honestly right now am trying like hell to forget what I just saw. Thank you, fanatical Bucks fan. Do you like your AIDS burgers well done or still bloody? I mean, AIDS burgers. I feel like all those mosquitoes in that swarm more than likely haven't had any blood. I feel like if they were loaded up, they wouldn't be hanging out in there. Someone get these Africans Popeyes. I feel like if we did that, then violence in that region would just take a fucking skyrocket. We don't need to add. That's just like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. You mean well, but it's not going to help. It's not going to help. Oh, let's close head cheese. All right, 2 stories and 2 links that I just closed that I had no intention of opening in the first place, and I am going to spend a significant amount of time with my therapist tomorrow undoing the damage that they gave us. So thank you for that. $10 left for funding the show today. Why wouldn't you support the shit out of this crazy thing? We've got an hour left in the show. And if we get that $10, we have an hour and a half. So that's where it's at. And let's keep on moving. We have that. Thank you, Rumble Chat. We're keeping an eye on you. And we have the rest up on the screen. God, it's fucking gross, man. I still can't. Have you ever watched Crazy Tractor Guy? He's a meth head tweaker. Spy Pigeon, I have not. If you have a 1 to 3 minute video, or at least a video with a good 1 to 3 solid 1 to 3 minutes, we can do. I want to make a box elder. Oh God, that's. Let me ask you, was fill some holes? Why? Why do you want to do this? I don't think anyone's stopping you. Want to make a box elder bug burrito. Oh, no. It's so gross. It's all so gross. Why do we have to eat bugs, man? Why is it got to come down to eating bugs? I don't need this in my life. I don't. Grossed out now. I'm going to try. What's a box elder bug look like, Johnny? Oh, what's a box elder bug look like? You've never seen box elder bugs. They're a big thing in Minnesota, especially around this time of year. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go there. Box elder bug. You just have to type box EL and you get box elder bug coming up. Let's go there and emojis. Here's box elder bugs. Boop, boop, boopity boop. Box elder bugs. They're black with like orange highlights. I don't remember what the deal is with them. They start out like little red things and they just grow darker as they get older. Okay. Box elder bugs require immediate pest control, says the Daily Pest. All right, yeah, a lot of people with box elder bug problems. How to get rid of box elder bugs. So yeah, and again, I don't. Oh goody. All right. For overtime, Johnny, can we find Joe Biden speeches on Ukraine and tell him to go fuck yourself? We can do a lot of stuff for overtime. We just need to hit that $10, and we'll see where it goes. I'm entirely open to literally letting the audience kind of control the show today, because I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm running on E, like complete E, since the show started. And I have to do a couple of things after this, a couple of, what would you call it? Kind of a couple of maintenance or general upkeep tasks that I do in my gaming world that I have to do every week. And got to do those. Got to get all that stuff. Want to hang out with my daughter. Would like to eat dinner at some point tonight. So it's just going to be one of those where I'm like, I've got shit to do. And by probably 8:30, when everything else is done and Ivy goes to bed, fucking just hitting the floor. Just I'm not even going to go to bed. I'm going to pass out in the middle of my goddamn living room and become a couch for my cats, because that's the way it always goes. When you fall down and fall asleep face down, you're just going to wake up to a cat literally just sitting on your ass, just sitting on your butt, perfectly balanced on your ass in the most uncomfortable way possible for you. That's a cat. Anyways, so box elder bugs, that's where they are. I don't even know how we got on this shit, but thank you very much. So yeah, Spy Pigeon, Z Tractor Guy, Crazy Tractor Guy. I will gladly watch that. We have some tweaker stories somewhere. I've got a couple other things in this whole pile of shit to do, and we have a show going for anywhere from 45 minutes to like an hour, so hour 15 or whatever. So hey, so let's close the Box Elderbug page, because I don't even know what brought that on. Alrighty, let's get into this next story. A tech billionaire on a quest to reverse the aging process believes that it is unlikely humanity will survive without the assistance of artificial intelligence, or AI. Brian Johnson, a 46-year-old tech entrepreneur, spends millions yearly on a team of experts monitoring his health and conducting experiments. The goal: get his organs to look and act like that of an 18-year-old, especially his dick, right? I mean, let's be honest, that's the organ you want acting like an 18-year-old. Say what you want, but you want that 18-year-old like it's up in the drop of a hat, it just doesn't want to go down, ready to fuck at the... Just that's what you're looking for, buddy. You're 46 and you want to plow like you were 20 again. Some of his regimens include a strict bedtime of 8:30 p.m., taking 111 pills daily, collecting his stool samples, and having a small device attached to his penis to monitor nighttime erections. I was making a joke about the dick stuff. Jesus. I really, really think I'm either way more intelligent than I realize, like some sort of fucked up idiot savant, or the world is just getting crazier. Probably the second one, because how is it that I fucking call this shit? I didn't even try. Until recently, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Johnson paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to infuse his teenage son's plasma into his blown bloodstream every month. So in other words, you're having your son, you're living off the blood of your son. Okay. Right. Until recently, he's paying hundreds of thousands of dollars each month to infuse his teenage son's plasma into his own bloodstream. Oftentimes, the headline of a billionaire spending $2 million a year in his body, it makes it seem like it's inaccessible and wacky and eccentric. It's really not. It's completing the things we all know that are good for us, Johnson told Fox News Digital. Johnson admits that achieving his health goals require a lot of nuance and detail. However, most of these measures can be boiled down to a few small achievable mantras: going to bed on time, exercising every day, and avoiding things that cause harm. So, like the sunlight. I joke that I am a rights activist where I liberated my organs from the tyranny in my mind, Johnson said with a grin. Oh, God, this guy seems nuts. Let's indeed watch mogul Brian Johnson speak on his quest to slow the human aging process.
You're in good hands. That's because you'll find our
Oh,
best
great. It's an ad. So let's pull the audio down for a second, because in Allstate, you're in good hands. And this ad is completely black screen, because like Allstate, they want you to be in the dark while their good hands touch you.
When we think about health and wellness, our minds usually go to the things which we start doing. We imagine exercising more and eating better and sleeping more. Our mind doesn't visit the things we can stop doing, because oftentimes those are more difficult to do. But to me, the most powerful thing about this endeavor is realizing that we are a society addicted to addiction, to junk food, to processed foods, to porn, to infinite scroll. There's infinite things that we are addicted to in our society, and everyone, corporations are winning when they get us addicted to their product or service. And so oftentimes the most powerful thing is to stop doing the bad things.
Right, but would you like to know something, buddy? That's a real rich guy kind of thing. You've got to have you got to have a lot working for you to make that happen. He left out the whole bleeding his son in order to live forever, but okay, it's about going to bed early, right? I love that Fox jumps forward on my stories when I am in the middle of playing videos. It's not a pain in the ass at all.
This is crazy.
You know,
oh, it's another ad.
Get a small business loan fast and order more equipment today.
Or
with On Deck, we can get a business loan really, really fast as long as we're not black, because On Deck doesn't like people of color. Notice how everyone in this commercial is white? On Deck, only for whiteys. On Deck, you're not from Chicago, are you?
When we think about health and wellness, our minds usually go to the things which we start doing. We imagine, or our mind doesn't visit the things we can stop doing, because oftentimes those are more difficult to do. But to me, the most powerful thing about...
All right, so just 1 second here. Does that seem healthy to you? Are you in a UV tanning booth? It looks like a UV tanning booth. Although maybe that's that red light therapy shit. Get a loan now. Lock in those low rates before they go up, up, up. Like I said, so long as you're white. Red light therapy. All right, so that's what red light therapy. I was gonna say, if you're getting if you're sitting under UV lights, it's and also, how accessible are all of these different little nuanced treatments you get? I understand that, poor people need to stop eating the junk food, but do you realize the junk food's also really cheap and accessible? Yeah, does it cost you more in the long run? Absolutely. Are you right to say we should avoid those things? You're right, but society didn't become the way it did by making people better. It became the way it did by making people pliable. Too pliable in this case.
This endeavor is realizing that we are a society addicted to addiction, to junk food.
Does his shirt say "Don't Die"? I might want the shirt. I might want the "Don't Die" shirt.
Food, to processed foods, to porn, to infinite scroll.
Hey,
infinite things.
One of those things doesn't hurt anybody unless that's what you're into.
That we are addicted to in our society, and everyone, corporations are winning when they get us addicted to their product or service. And so oftentimes the most powerful thing is to stop doing the bad things. I eat whole foods, I go to bed on time, I exercise every day, and I don't do bad things. That's really what I'm doing. Now, of course, again, there's a lot of nuance and detail.
There's a lot of nuance and detail. There's a lot of drugs and a lot of people I'm paying to monitor shit for me so that they can even know, like, when my cholesterol goes up just a little bit. There's a lot of little nuance and detail. Right. And I think you're forgetting that a lot of the equation for your immortality shit lies in that nuance and detail, which most of us, spoiler alert, most of us, myself included, won't be able to afford to do. Just in general. Not going to be able to do. He forgot about having the blood of his young. Right. He left out the whole bleeding his son in order to live forever. Right. But okay, it's just about going to bed early. Exactly. Just get some sleep. Skittles are made out of poison, for fuck's sake. Lots of aborted fetal tissue. Are you talking about him having lots of aborted fetal tissue or Skittles having lots of aborted fetal tissue? Because I really love Skittles. And are Skittles really made out of poison? That's sad, because I really love Skittles. I can't deny I am a Skittles man. I am a Skittles man.
But that's it. I'm doing the things we all know that are good for us, and that when we do them in life, we say, "Wow, I feel really great." And so, oftentimes,
his shirt does say, "Don't die."
Billionaire spending $2 million a year on his body. It makes it seem like it's inaccessible and wacky and eccentric. It's really not. It's completing the things we all know that are good for us. I mean,
he's spending $2 million a year on his body, and it makes it seem wacky or eccentric. No. It is wacky or eccentric. You're doing the things that we all know are good for us, right? And God damn it, Fox, can you just let me do my fucking show and stop skipping these goddamn? And we're getting another ad out of us. Can I put together clips of my show?
From company events to parties with...
From company events to parties with friends, Rush Order Tees thinks, hey, Hamas is the right way to go. That's right, Rush Order Tees. Half of your proceeds go directly to Hamas with Rush Order Tees. I want to have to go to court over this. Like, they want to hold you accountable for all of this shit you're saying about these advertisers. You're misspeaking and misrepresenting their products. Right, because these ads are being forced on me over and over and over again. Almost like Fox should be held accountable, because that seems like they sell their ad revenue, and that's not fair. You shouldn't be able to sell those ads to me over and over again. All right, counter-programming, that's what it's called. That's what's called, the counter-programming of what? The ads, the advertisements, not to mention in this story, but is the key to reverse age fetal stem cells. Fetal stem cells are the key to reverse age. It's counter programming. I don't know how it's counter programming. Like, they just keep putting ads in my face that piss me off. I don't know. I don't understand. But I'm not smart. And then Skittles have brominated oils and dyes known to be poison. Shit.
Exercising more and eating better and food to processed foods is to stop doing the bad things. I eat whole foods. I go to bed on time. I exercise every day, and I don't do bad things. That's really what I'm doing. Now, of course, again, there's a lot of nuance and detail, but that's it. I'm doing the things we all know that are good for us, and that when we do them in life, we say, wow, I feel really great. And so oftentimes the headline of, billionaire spending $2 million a year on his body, it makes it seem like it's inaccessible and wacky and eccentric. It's really not. It's completing the things we all know that are good for us. I mean, at the personal level, my stepfather is currently in the early stages of cognitive decline. And my father reports to me that, he frequently finds himself in less acute states of mental acuity. And when you're healthy, health is forgotten until it's the only thing that matters. It's very easy for people who are in good health to make an observation about this endeavor and make some kind of snide remark or dismiss it.
Okay, you want me to do that? Here's a snide remark. Most of us can't afford to spend $2 million a year on being younger and healthier. Just saying, most of us can't afford that. So it's really not inaccessible is kind of, again, a lie. Because if it weren't for those subtle nuances, where would the because no offense, buddy, going to bed on time, eating at a health food store, eating at Whole Foods, and exercising, that doesn't cost $2 million a year. That guy needs sunlight. Actually, Mr. Q, sunlight would be one of those bad things. See, sunlight, your body and your skin turning darker are its defenses. It's melanin building up to resist the harmful rays of the sun, which is literally baking you. Rush hour teas should sponsor you, dude. If Rush Order Teas would sponsor me and I could do like direct fulfillment orders, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I don't think they will. But yeah, that guy actually he's doing a lot to avoid the sunlight. He's getting red light therapy. So he doesn't go out on a sunny day without a shit ton of sunscreen, because again, that's how you start getting your skin starts breaking down, wrinkles, all that shit. And apparently it leads to cognitive decline, according to this guy. And someone mentioned fetal stem cell stuff. Yeah, I'm betting if he's doing fetal stem cell treatments of any kind, I'm sure that's not being mentioned, and I'm sure that's another one of the subtle, whoops-a-doodles.
And you're somebody who doesn't have their health, it means something entirely different to you. And so it's different, of course, when you're experiencing the symptoms of it and versus not. And so I'd say that those around me are experiencing it. And I suffered personally from a decade of chronic depression. And there's nothing worse than not having hope, not wanting to live. And so I've had a lot of experience where not being in good health really is very unpleasant. I joke in that I am a rights activist.
Suffered from chronic depression. So I understand what it's like to not have your health. Speaking as someone with a literal, screw it, Fox's depletion of emergency oil stocks, Biden's depletion comes back into focus. Yeah, and Fox's need to shove this fucking article down my face kind of proves that they're a bunch of fucking dicks. Fuck you, Fox News. I just want a fucking egg. Can I find it on YouTube?
No matter how you connect with Allstate, you're in good hands. That's because you can easily get a quote and find all our...
No matter how you connect with Allstate, you're in good hands. That's because we don't want you to tell your parents. That's right, kids. We're going to touch you in certain places because we're Allstate. You know what? Actually, fuck it. I'm done. I'm just going to give up on the story. I'm going to give up on the story about the tech billionaire who uses devices to fucking monitor his erection and everything else. I just wanted to talk about that one story, but we can't do that, Fox, because we got to push it forward every 5 I seriously, can I call a lawyer and talk to, like... On the one hand, I'm using their stories for my show material and my show prep, but I'm trying to talk and have a conversation about it, trying to make it a piece. I'm trying to do, imagine this, Fox, a news show. But you're making it really fucking hard. And I can't go to CNN because CNN, one, is so fucking skewed, it's getting impossible to just ignore the bullshit. And then I went there, like I go there for videos now. I went to them today for videos. You know what I found? Israel and Hamas, Israel and Hamas, Israel, Hamas. I kept looking at everything was about Israel and Hamas. And I kept coming back to can't we just get rid of fucking both of them? Can't they both leave? Can't Israel and Hamas wipe themselves out and just leave the place open? Nobody should live there because apparently it's where humanity started and every religion that ever existed apparently owns that spot. So how about none of you can have it? Since you can't share the fucking toy, nobody gets it. Y'all get to fuck off. How about that? How about that? political stories coming out of the woodwork of, oh, but we've got to get funding together to take care of Israel. And no, we don't. No, we don't. All right? We have no fucking ponies in this race. We have given Israel a bunch of guns. We have given Hamas a bunch of guns. We have armed both of them. How about we step back and let them solve it now? All right? We've given them all the tools they need. It's not our fucking fight. All righty. But he is vaccinated, says Mr. Q. Well, hooray. If he is vaccinated, it's going to make that myocarditis thing real interesting. What do you mean? The healthiest man in the world. He spends $2 million on his fucking health. How the hell did he just up and die? What the heck? You know, it just happens, you know, and he just got a weird heart thing. Suddenly developed a whole bunch of blood clots. We can't figure out how. No idea. All right, let's get into this story pretty quick here. This is, again, one of my fears when I do, like, fast food or any sort of shopping where you hand out your credit card. Nowadays, they can't, like, record the number quite the same, but I still worry. Anyhow, this story is a real worst-case scenario, something I wouldn't have even imagined when someone takes my credit card to use it to make a purchase. Excuse me. Fast food fraudsters at an Indiana Hardee's recently stole customers' credit card information in a scheme to bail inmates out of jail, according to authorities. A LaPorte County jail commander and other employees noticed last month that large sums of money had been funneled from outside the jail into inmates' communication systems accounts called Securus accounts from sources outside the jail, according to the sheriff's office. So wait a minute, do you regularly have the inmates getting money from sources inside the jail? I'm sorry. They don't have jobs, and they work for slave wages. So what do you mean it's weird to see them have money come from sources outside the jail? All righty. According to the sheriff's office, the inmates then allegedly bonded out of the jail and used the remaining funds in their Securus accounts to load onto a jail-issued debit card. The investigation uncovered a complex fraudulent scheme, the sheriff's office told Fox News Digital. Essentially, the LaPorte County Jail and Securus were utilized by the arrestees to launder fraudulent monies. The dirty money was deposited into the system, and the clean money eventually came out on the backside. It's the first time I've heard it said that way. Chief of Detectives Captain Andy Hanick initiated a formal investigation and found a network that included workers at a Hardee's restaurant in Michigan City, the sheriff's office said. Authorities said they uncovered a scheme involving a few Hardee's employees who in August and September of this year allegedly photographed drive-through customers' debit and credit cards. The accounts were then fraudulently used to deposit funds into Securus accounts for inmates with low bond amounts, authorities said. The inmates who received the funds would allegedly bond out of jail almost immediately after acquiring the funds. After leaving the jail, the former inmates were transported to area ATMs where the remaining balance of the jail-issued debit card was withdrawn, the sheriff's office said, noting that the issuing debit cards following a release from jail is normal procedure. The sheriff's office found that the fraudulent charges totaled $14,700. Authorities did not release the address of the Hardee's restaurant, but there is only one located in Michigan City on Franklin Street. We will not give out the address of this Hardee's in question, Alrighty. This is again from earlier today, right? This is just the one. Now I got to go in here and see if there were two, and I missed one. Because let's do that. Did MQ give me two today or one? Nope, two, because that's the one right there, and that's the other one. So we have to take another $5. We're $5 away. $5 away from our goal. The Osaka show is really bad, but there is a funny thing. If you look it up, Osaka 1986 TV, look into it sometime. I certainly will. Thank you for that. And as for the other question, which I'm not going to read because that involves personal information, yes. The simple answer is yes. Alrighty. 20 people hanging out here. We're doing great. We have again $5 off. We have $5 to go. We'll do the overtime no matter what. We're going for an hour. So hopefully via bits, subs, sound drops, PayPal, Venmo, whatever you want to do. Hopefully make another $5 and keep my head above water for one more day. And then we get back at it tomorrow with another full $50 goal. But anything that rolls in that we don't get counted into today will automatically get kicked into that because you guys are awesome and I appreciate your support. Alrighty, so authorities didn't release the address. Yes, there's only one. Makes it a real short list of restaurant suspects. The victims who originally went to purchase food at the drive-thru of the Hardys are working with their financial institutions to have the funds returned to them, the sheriff's office said. The sheriff's office identified 10 people involved in the scheme and issued arrest warrants. Not now, or busy. And you are listed as a thing, not a thing. Yep. The sheriff's office identified 10 people involved. Let's can we open image in new tab? Open image in new tab. And again, open image in new tab. They said they've identified 10 suspects, but we only have... Oh, wait, never mind. And open image in new tab. So we have... where do we start? We start with you, don't we? Yeah. We have a collection to show you of, again, these are the people involved, and in no way are they stereotypes. I would like to point out, in no way are these people involved with... We're going to pull the chat thing off the screen for just a second. In no way are these people involved with this fraudulent scheme. Stereotypes. They don't look like meth addicts or people that maybe have boyfriends of a certain persuasion, that by which I mean inmates. And again, these are the first three people. Yeah, again, 10 people involved. So we got those three. We've got these three. I guess Matthew B. Cookin, Martin B. King, Martin Brother King. Again, MBK. It's MLK. I shouldn't have to tell you this. It's MLK, all right? That should be something you... Oh, God. I can't believe that they say they're uneducated. All right, so, again, not stereotypes at all. I want to point out, not stereotypes at all. Those don't exist for a reason, and these people are not... God damn it. Another neck tattoo. I'm just going to say it's weird. It's weird. Damn, fuck that. Haha, what the fuck, bro? She got fucked up. Who got fucked up? You talking about her? She didn't get fucked up. She just looks fucked up. I gotta say, did she get stung by several bees before? She is apparently allergic to something that they have in that detention facility, because that does not look healthy. That lady, like, if that is her resting face, I mean, I've never seen a human that I also thought was a pug. You know what I mean? But that swollen beach ball of a face, just the nose looks way too flat. The eyes are super puffy, like they're bugging out of her head. Again, I just, if she opened her eyes wide, again, pug person is what I. Did they give her shellfish? Is she allergic to consequences? Why does she look like she's inflating? It just. All right, and again, this whole thing here, the neck tattoos, the eye tattoo, the teardrop tattoo, none of this screams that. They'll never figure out if we steal their credit card numbers. They'll think it just came. They'll be like, "Who got these numbers? Where did it happen?" It's ironic that all of this happened with people who shopped at or ate at Hardee's, and there's only one. You guys didn't think this through, did you? And then why does she get her own picture? Is it because there's so much to unpack in here? Again, not stereotypes at all. I don't know why those exist. I don't know why all suspects are innocent until proven guilty. That's right. They are all innocent until proven guilty. Do you want me to fast forward to next week? I mean, I feel like we know what's going to happen. They're all going to, what the fuck, bro? What do you mean, what the fuck? Just what the fuck in terms of the hair? What the fuck in terms of boop, boop, boop? Do you mean what the fuck in terms of this? Because I'm going to say, I don't know why they gave her her own picture. I feel like if you gave her her own picture, does that not imply she was the ringleader of this whole, cash from burgers to what? Cash from fast food to felons. Alrighty, yeah. So again, Jesse. Oh, and let me put the chat box back up now that we're done with this, so we can have the chat box back up. Oh, and I have to check on the party thing. I put it up to see where it's at. 300. We're nowhere near. We'll be good. So let's drop that. Again, 15 minutes left in the hour, $5 left in the day's budget. We'll go all the way to the end of the show. The coffee really woke me up. I can get through the rest of the show. Hopefully make that last 5. And thank you, Mr. Q, for coming up big on the show today. Suspect blaming, given what happened to Israel, or happened in Israel. Do you know if the music festival next weekend on the Yemen-Somalian border will be canceled or not? Why would you ask me? I have no idea. Given what happened on the in Israel, I have no idea if they'll cancel a music festival in Yemen. I feel like that's something, if it's concerning you, you might want to look into the music festival. I feel like they'd probably announce it on a website or something. I don't... Here's where I land. There's a music festival in Yemen on the Yemen-Somalia border? Huh. I feel like just being near Somalia makes any... Well, I have no idea. Again, no idea. But thank you for asking, because... Yeah, I'm not qualified to answer that. I think you love this shit, bro. I do love this shit. This shit's amazing. I love this show. Doing this shit fucking gets me hard, but I honestly, I gotta make sure it's funded. Otherwise, I gotta figure out a job. And if shopping today and doing the show after I did was any sort of thing, I am not physically cut out for work anymore. I am by no fault of my own, yet kind of my own fault. I'm kind of not physically fit to do things other than sit and talk out of my ass, which is why I keep adjusting in the chair. But $5 left in the goal, everybody. We've got a goddamn made. We're made in the shade, and we've got 45 minutes left in the show to make it happen. So thank you so much. let's go ahead and drop these out. We have, one last thing? Yeah, we have one last thing left here in the second hour stories, and then we are 45 minutes for our third hour stories, and then we have overtime if we get through all that. But if we get through our third hour stories in 45 minutes, then we'd still be done. So, I mean, I don't know what you're worried about. We're fine. It's good. Life is good. And then today, a years-long goal will finally be achieved on my end. So, I have some beer, and I'm going to use it to celebrate tonight because I am going to accomplish something that I have wanted to accomplish. It means nothing to anyone other than me, which is why I won't say what it is. But I'll probably post on it on Facebook because I'm a stupid fucking nerd. But yeah, just a personal goal. A decade or so in the making. It will be achieved today. Shouldn't have taken a decade to happen, but either way, finally just something that I just didn't give up on. You know what? I wanted this to happen. It means nothing that it's happening now, but I'm simply doing it because I wanted to do it. I started doing it, and I refused to give up. So there you go. Oh, well, come here, kitten. Tag. Come here, kitten. Come on up. There we go. Hey, everybody. How about a little kitten cam? We got to pull this up here. Everybody's favorite cat is back, and let's get kitten cam open. Where's it at? I really got to quit being a piece of shit and get that fucking button fixed on the thing here. Kitten cam, and boop. There we go, everybody. Everyone's favorite kitty. Here she is. Hey, can you stop being a bastard? You bastard. Oh, it's horrible. Alrighty. That's one fucking nice kitty. Yes, as the sound drop says,
that's one fucking nice kitty right there.
Yes, she is. She is a nice kitty. My adorable little Teg. I love this little goober. She's a bit of a prima donna and kind of an asshole at times. But again, I love my cat. My cat's the best. Alrighty, so we have, like I said, a good 30 minutes or so left in the program. We're going to try and bank out that last $5. And was fill some holes. That's a long time to perfect pickle bread. What are we talking about now? What's a long time to perfect pickle bread? I've been continually trying to perfect pickle bread every time I make it. Like I feel like if you continually start making something in terms of baking or whatever, you're going to try and perfect it until you have what you considered, the bee's knees of it. And I don't know. I've only been making pickle bread for like two years, a decade. Oh, the pickle bread. No. No, it's video game related. That's why I'm not talking about it. It's video game related. The pickle bread thing, I'm making pickle bread this weekend. And the pickle bread I'm making this weekend, I wouldn't consider perfection by any means. I would consider another step in the evolution of my pickle bread. With the things. Kitty Cam is awesome, says Mr. Q. Well, Kitty Cam is, again, because this little furry bastard will not resist. Part of the reason, I'm going to be honest, part of the reason I went out and did Aaron's show on over at his place today was because as much as I love this little goober, she doesn't let me do shows. She has to be part of them in the sense that she's like, no, I demand you stop what you're doing and pay attention to me. And I do. I love paying attention to her. She's a good little kitty. But it can be a little distracting, especially to Aaron. I've noticed when someone jumps in the background and he'll look at the screen and then he starts doing a lot of this or a lot of that. I'm like, oh, you don't want to look at the screen because you see a cute little kitty. That's okay. That's why my show's special, Kitty Cam. All right, so let's get into this story here. Then we'll load our third-hour stories. Then we'll rock and roll till 5:30. And, again, $5 to knock out the day. And hooray. So we'll see if that happens. Alrighty, so you've got the bits, the subs, the sound drops, all at your disposal. And, again, just not the channel points ones, but who gives a shit? Those are for fun. Let's get over to this. Let's put up kitty cam on this one. Nope. Kitty cam. It's almost offensive that I have a gut and man boobs. Alrighty, so horrible camera angle set and video go.
With helpful automated driving tech, there are lots of options to choose from. Some, like Tesla's autopilot and others, can keep the car in its lane on the highway, even changing lanes for you. Some, like GM Super Cruise, even let you take your hands off the steering wheel. But they all have one thing in common. You, as the driver, must always keep your eyes and your mind on the road.
Bullshit. All right? Pornhub has videos of people who literally let the car drive and they fuck. Okay? So, I hate to break it to you, but people are not paying attention to the road. They're letting the car do it all on their own. Take her with to errands. Was fill some holes. Here's the thing. Used to have a cat that looked like that, but like a tank and had talons. Luckily, the sweetest personality. She has a sister that doesn't have any white in her coloring. It's just black with the bits of orange. And she's built like a little furry tank. She's just built like a little furry brick. And she also does have, she has little black talons and is, again, a very sweet cat, but also a very solitary cat. This is the thing I keep telling people about cats. And I said to April, and I'll tell Aaron until I'm blue in the face or any other extremity. Cats have different personalities, and you got to find the right one. For example, April was saying she wants a derpy cat. And I'm like, dude, I have the cat you want. I have the sweetest, softest, nicest, fluffiest little derp cat you've ever seen. His name is Spooky, and he is the derpiest cat that ever did derp. He's an amazing cat. Aaron would love this cat, but Aaron wouldn't let himself try. Is the thing. Aaron would immediately see him as a cat and hate him. And just like, no. You'd love this goofy little fucker. Because, one, he doesn't hiss. He does not hiss at anybody. He's timid. He's a timid little kitty. And if he's super happy, he'll just, lay on his back, get some belly rubs, and purr. Show you one of his little snaggle teeth. And then he'll be a derpy little cat who does derpy cat things. It's a great time. He's a great cat. Anyways, we're fucking on the wrong subject. We're talking about automated cars and how you should not trust them on the road. But they're talking, hey, but remember, some of them let you take your hand off the steering wheel, but you have to keep your eyes and your mind on it. No, you don't. If you can take your hand off the steering wheel, guess what they're doing? All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna be there. I'll be there in a few minutes. Oh, I wonder if I got a time to bank out a quick words with friends here. I got a 1, 2, 3, 6-letter word for P. Oh, nagger. Oh, see if it's just the difference in A makes. Anyways, so again, thank you for helping with the show today. We are sitting here at a half hour left to go. I love puppies, bro. Says there's nothing wrong with puppies. Look, you know what I mean. Aaron is a catist. Aaron has a cat-like dog. Gordy is a very cat-like dog. In a lot of ways, Gordy is like a cat, but most little dogs are a lot like cats. But the difference cats have over dogs, and I'm not making this as any sort of any sort of disparaging comment. Cats, this is literally a scientific statement. Cats have more neurons in their brains than dogs. They're just smarter. They're just smarter. Just saying. Smarter. Anyways, so let's keep going with this here, and then we have should we just move to overtime stuff? Someone had something they wanted me. I love girls, LOL. Dude, I love my cats and I love my kitties. Yeah, I felt dirty just saying that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a dick.
Not so with Mercedes-Benz's latest Drive Pilot system. I've been on plenty of car test drives, but this is the first one I've ever been on where I've gone looking to get into a traffic jam. With this,
please tell me you're going to try to hit someone. Don't say traffic jam. Say traffic accident. Traffic accident.
Button here, I can initiate a system that not only allows me to take my hands off the steering wheel, but, and this is a first, take my eyes off the road. As long as I'm on a major mapped highway and I'm in a traffic.
Did CNN find like a weird, like, old, does he look like an old relative of Gino's? It just, I don't know. I've just, easier to take care of. What's easier to take care of? Triggered by cats? What a Karen. Who's triggered by cats? Kitty Cam is awesome. It is awesome. Cats are easier to take care of because they're smarter. They have a litter pan. You have to clean it. That's easier to take care of. The problem is, like I said, cats are like people. So if you have a roommate that you don't mesh with, then it's a horrible time. You live with a dick. Only this is a furry little dick that you have to pay for, take care of, and has claws. So, like I said, can be a bad time. But if, again, you find the right person, it's like a lifelong friend. It's a best buddy. My friend Alucard, my cat Alucard, is like my homie, man. We've been in the trenches together, living the life. Oh, wow. Close the kitty cam on here. I am a fat piece of shit. Jesus Christ. Fuck. When you flip over and you just see a really bad angle that makes you realize, you know, the legs don't work, but can we maybe hit a gym? Just, I don't know, we'll pull ourselves by the arms. It's got to do something, you know? It's got to do something. All right, but again, so again, just cats is about finding the right one. And we're fucking dawdling along. We got to get to this. Let's flip over here quick. Boop. There we go. Back to this video talking about you can take your mind off the road. Great. You can take your mind off the road. I am so glad that we can let the AI drive the car. It just roll us right up to the camp. Bring AI to Aaron. Oh, bring Al to Aaron so he can fuck Gordy? No, dude. Al wouldn't try to fuck Gordy.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these?
Hey, we're live on the show, and you're live with us. Hey, welcome. How can I help you? Anything? Call ended. All right. Well, then, for the last half hour, since that's another one where just a random name freaking comes up, and yeah, we're going to just, for the sake of the show, we're going to go like this, we're going to go like that, we're going to go like that. And I got to double check the show line, start putting that back up. Although I worry that Charlie would call in. Although, fuck it, today I'd let him just take over, just fucking... I'll just take a nap, Charlie. You just go ahead and talk about what the fuck you want. I'm not going to pay attention. I don't know, whatever. Anyhow, we're $5 away. We're a half hour left to go on the show. Thank you so much for being part of it. Let's keep going. After all, I've got nowhere else to be. And when I get done with this, I'm just going to go home. Spoiler alert, already there. Fun. Okay, back to my nightmare on wheels. I don't like people not paying attention. I don't like systems that take people away from interacting with the car. Because when the car starts doing stuff for you, you start assuming that you are no longer responsible. And that's how people drive into, I don't know, birthday parties. You know, just, how did you run over an entire crosswalk full of children? Well, the car was driving. This is how. So do we get rid of drunk driving now because the car can drive itself so you can be fucked up? Charlie calling, says Mr. Q. I doubt it because I've answered twice and nobody's spoken. These people have names, and so it's either some stupid, I don't know what, fucking, if I answered it, I don't know if they would answer at all. But I announced that I'm on the show, or that I'm live on the air, and you're live with me. And ironically, they have nothing to say. I sent that before you said it. You sent what? Oh, Charlie calling. Oh. I was going to say, sent what? I'm checking the phone. There's no sending. You were calling me, man? You sent that? I don't know. All right. But where are we? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Nightmare on Wheels. This creeps me out, man. Stop taking control away from the driver. If you need the car to drive you to where you're going, you shouldn't.
Jam going less than 40 miles an hour. But this is LA. Traffic jams are super easy to find here. Once I'm in the right conditions and Drive Pilot is initiated, I can genuinely pay zero attention to driving. This car even lets me watch videos, browse the internet, and play games on the touchscreen like trivia. It's fun, but Drive Pilot only works in a pretty narrow set of conditions. On top of having to be on the highway traveling under 40 miles an hour, it only works in the daytime. And the driver can't turn completely around in their seat or lean way back and take a nap. Various sensors make sure I'm physically in position to take over if I have to. Also,
Take over if I have to. I have an idea. Why do we need a system that you need to let drive in these conditions? F that, says Phil Simholes. I kind of agree. I feel like you shouldn't need these things. Oh, and by the way, it's only during the daytime. You know what this is going to equate to? A lot of people in traffic jams going, sweet, man, I'm going to turn on the drive mode so I can hit my bong. I mean, really, what is that? What we're working for? Why are we doing this shit? People need to be driving their cars. I don't like the idea that we take. Look, I'm one of those people that feels like everyone should know how to drive a manual. You know, not that you have to, not that you need to own a manual, but you should understand how to operate the vehicle to the extent of shifting gears, popping the clutch and switching from first to second to third to fourth to fifth to sixth. Why? Why should you be able to do these things? Because if you understand how the vehicle works mechanically, if you understand what's going on with it, you understand when things don't really seem to be working right and how that's not as good a thing. You're a little more in tune with any vehicle just because you understand how it works better. And I really hate to have to say this again, you should always be paying attention when you're driving. I hate the idea, let's just take the system off and just let it do its own thing. Sandy Squatch, thanks for the show. I've got to go. Have a great night. Thank you, Sandy, for being part of the show. Thank you. We have, again, about 25 minutes left in the program. $5 that we know of left in the goal. Let's finish this effing video, and then I think I might just skip the third-hour stories altogether and just go to fun video shit, because fuck it. I don't know.
Mercedes chose sunny Southern California for this test drive. If it rained, this wouldn't have worked either. Another reason for California? It's the only state besides Nevada where this tech is currently legal. Now that companies like Waymo and Cruise have self-driving cars giving taxi rides in some places, Mercedes' Drive Pilot system might seem kind of meh. But neither
have self-driving cars. Yes, that's again not good. So let me ask you, when the self-driving car plows into somebody, who do we hold accountable? And how? And where does this end? Can I get a self-driving car and drive to the bar and then get in the passenger seat and have the car take me home? And again, if the car gets into an accident, am I held responsible? I wasn't at the wheel. I was being responsible because I'm hammered and I let the car drive itself. And if you don't think this auto drive shit is going to be used for people doing that, getting fucking hammered, and then just being like, hey, how about I let the car drive itself? I'm not drunk, officer. I'm just taking a nap. Like, what's got your tail fluffed? Tag. It's unlike you. What's got you all fluffy? Anyways, let's get back to this. Boom.
Either of those companies is close to selling you a car you can park in your own driveway. This is the first time any automaker will sell you a car, provided you can afford a Mercedes S-Class or EQS, plus $2,500 for the first year to unlock the feature, where the car will complete...
And there we have it. It's got a subscription price. You know what I love with my cars? I love a car that I have to pay in monthly payments on, that I have to pay installments on, that I have to pay insurance on. But I'd also really love to have a subscription feature that would be part of my car indefinitely, so that way even once the car is paid off and the insurance payments are at a nice low level, we just go, hey, but fuck it. Here's another, what did he say, $2,500? So it's $2,000 a year? $2,000 a year for the privilege of your car driving itself only during daytime, only in California and Nevada, and only at 40 miles an hour or less in quasi-traffic jam situations. Awesome. So for all of those caveats, if you have an extra $2,000, well, 2.5, burning a hole in your pocket, there you go. Just throw that at Mercedes. Explain to me how this isn't just a stupid money grab.
Drive for you, even if it's only some of the time.
Even if it's only some of the time. It should be none of the
When
time.
When
I met Sam, he was busy fucking me in the ass. As he was everybody else, because he's a government plant. That's right. Sam Bankman-Fried. You heard it here. I'm going to step out in a really weird place. Sam Bankman-Fried was a government plant by the CIA to help fuck up the crypto market. Prove me wrong. Alrighty, so there we go. Boom. That's done. That's done. We've got a half hour left in the show. Should we do stories or we got the other? I need one, bro. How much? Fuck, bro. I don't know how much the car is. I didn't look at the prices of the car, but the service for the first year costs $2,500 on top of the purchase price of the vehicle. For the first year. I don't know if it costs less the second year or more or what the deal is. And at any point, they could end up ending the service. Now you're just stuck with that Mercedes-Benz. And what if you hated the car and you're like, well, I only got it because of the feature. And I'm just, yeah. All right, we've got we got a bunch of videos. Should we go with the videos or should we go with the stories? Well, actually, fuck it. Since we haven't gotten the $5 that we're missing, and let's check here. Maybe we have it in Twitch, and it doesn't matter. Overview and how we gonna do and do. Nope, never mind. We haven't moved at all. All right, that is scary. Okay,
Frankersy 100.
Thank you for the 100 bits. That'll help. We appreciate it. So let's go ahead and load these stories up quick. There's a couple things we want to talk. I'm going to lower the audio a little bit here and throw this up on screen. Nope. There we go. Lifestyle. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were going to talk about this. Oh, Jesus. I have definitely got to do this one. Guess what? What's that? Lab Glass with 2 gifted subs. Thank you.
It's more cowbell.
I appreciate that. Let's do that. Altered his name. I really wanted to talk about that one. What's going on? Oh, you. I don't want your... Stop. Here's to suck my dick. I'm not...
100 thanks, Lab of Glass.
Thank you, Lab Glass and Mediocre Personality. We'll ring a cowbell for Lab Glass in just a second. Oh, yep, we got there. I don't know if we're going to get to those two. This one was one that we had for the end of the show, in general. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got a video. I said more than once, that I don't know what happened to, Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. What was it, Monday, I think Aaron and I were like, where is he? Did he ever come back? He apparently did. He released a video 2 days ago that is a half hour long, so we might play some clips of it, look through it a little bit. We'll see. And let's get the cowbell here for Lab Glass supporting the show. Thank you, Lab Glass, for helping support the show. Really appreciate that support. It's what keeps us going. It's what keeps us afloat doing this lovely program. Cowbell for Lab Glass. Hey-o! There we go. That's going to drive my daughter nuts, so thank you. All right. Are that many people watching Aaron and Gino, says Mr. Q? I will say the numbers are a little lower. Let's look at this. I'll be honest with you. The numbers are about 10 lower on both platforms. So we're down about 20 people. So as Jesse says, yes. So apparently, yes, that many people are watching Aaron and Gino. Oh, and it's all good. Things happen. Life is life. And that's life. Although I imagine they'd be done by now. Are Aaron and Gino still going? Hey, should we stream? Let's stream snipe them. Fuck that. Anyways, let's kick over to this. This is a really short thing. Jerry Seinfeld is apparently teasing the idea of a reunion for his very popular sitcom, Seinfeld, which seems weird to me because I feel like Michael Richards... Can you bring Michael Richards back if you... Yes, do it, bro, says Jesse. No, I can't because it's a paid program. So if I air footage from behind a paywall on my thing, I think that is actually a thing. Sometimes people like watching K-Love. I mean, apparently, but I don't think they'd be going this long. They don't have the stamina. I was going to watch the Cumia show, but I'd rather be here live, maybe catch it later on replay. Can you even chat on Compound? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe Compound's an interactive one. I could be wrong. I don't know. Damn it, bro. Yeah, Jesse, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. Just because I've got plenty of other things to do for our last 15 minutes, and then we'll see how things all kick in. We'll see where we land. Lab Glass Project. After Aaron ate those oysters, I can only imagine his desk rising up high enough to block the camera. No, actually, he was very unhappy about it. I'll give you that little piece of inside information. After we got off the air, he bitched about those about those oysters. He bitched about them. He did not like those smoked oysters. And they were way too big to just straight up swallow, especially for someone who doesn't do something like that regularly. So yeah, Aaron had to chew him, and he said the smell was sitting with him. It was bad. Anyways, So we have this video here. It was posted to can we click this and it takes it to the Instagram thing? All right. So people are understandably, especially our older audience members are understandably very excited for this news circulating. Jerry saying this literally live.
Did I like what? The ending of the show. Well, I have a little secret for you about the ending, but I can't really tell it because it is a secret. Here's what I'll tell you, okay? But you can't tell anybody. Something is going to happen that has to do with that ending. It hasn't happened yet. And just what you are thinking about, Larry and I have also been thinking about. So you'll see. You'll see.
So again, apparently he pretty much said, Mr. Q says, I know nothing of this Twitch you speak of. Twitch hates me. Kicks probably will soon. Twitch is just, again, one way we keep ourselves on the air. We just we're trying to survive, and that's how we do it. Thank you, Mr. Q, though. You've been very supportive today, so I appreciate it, and your jokes are appreciated as well. I meant the aphrodisiac effect of him being live with Gino on Ant's show. Yeah, that's gonna be the one where I don't know. He's gonna be tired. Like, he's tired in general. He was tired at the end of our show. At the end of our show, he was clearly just like, you know what? I'm ready to take one big nap and call it a day. And he had 2 other shows to prep. And I don't know, man. I'm going to have to watch it on replay because I had to prep my show and do my show. So I obviously haven't gotten to watch it live. But I want to see how that goes for Aaron and just having to wrangle Gino. I imagine it's going to be weird, especially because of the distance. But I don't think Gino will make it easy on Aaron, and I want to see that, especially since, like I said, Aaron's a little he's a little tuckered out, just a little bit tired, just a little sleepy, and like I said, it's probably not going to be able to give it his all, but he's going to do a damn good show, and him and Gino, like I said, could be fun, especially if Gino is Gino. So let's close this. I need to stop thinking about that. I have an actual show of my own to do, not think about other people's and how they're funny. Alrighty, so hundreds of Walgreens pharmacists are walking out over working conditions. More than 200 Walgreens pharmacists have walked off the job by Monday. So good luck getting your prescriptions, everybody. They're raiding the CVS pharmacies, and now the Walgreens ones are effectively out of pharmacists. Great. Alrighty, let's as in his hard on would lift the desk. Yeah, that sucks. I apologize. I am burning out. And so I guess we'll just get through this one really quick, and then we'll move into the other stuff that we wanted to do, because that's at least more entertaining. Following Hollywood strike and the United Auto Workers, Walgreens pharmacists are now demanding change. See, if you would have just given a penny. The nation's second largest pharmacy chain with nearly 9,000 locations saw pharmacists at more than 200 of those stores walk off the jobs. A Walgreens pharmacist and one of the people organizing the walkout told Fox Business. Walgreens said a small number of pharmacies, about 10 of the nearly 9,000, are experiencing operational disruptions as pharmacists walk off the job over challenging working conditions, and that it's working to return these pharmacies to regular operations as quickly as possible. Employees at hundreds of additional stores plan to walk off the job through Wednesday to retaliate against conditions they claim are putting patients' lives at risk. We did a story recently where I think it was a CVS, though, where you guys are the ones putting patients' lives at risk. Is it maybe what they mean, though? Like they're overworked and they just can't? Maybe. So, yeah, in the world of ongoing great news, now the pharmacists are on strike. Everyone's striking. Aren't unions awesome? Okay. The Twitch chat or the Rumble chat is pretty ostensibly frozen, but thank you everyone watching on Rumble. Appreciate that. Super duper awesome. And we have again another like 10 minutes left in the show. So let's get into this video that I wanted to throw into the mix. Arnold Schwarzenegger was on The View. And I feel like the people on The View don't realize that just because someone lives in Hollywood or is part of the Hollywood machine doesn't mean that they're one of these bleeding heart liberals that they themselves are. It's weird.
What do you think about the current?
So, and again, you guys, aren't you in California? I feel like you should know where Arnold is about to land on this question you're giving him. Go.
Current immigration crisis, because you have such a unique perspective and what's going on at the border. What do you think of Biden, President Biden starting to...
See, I feel like she was really thinking, like, you have such a unique perspective. You're an immigrant. You're bound to be like, hey, we need to give immigrants a chance. We need to be open to immigration. And I feel like you really don't understand how Republican the man sitting next to you is and has been his whole life. You don't understand if you expect anything other than the answer he's about to give you.
To build these 20 miles of wall. Current immigration crisis, because you have such a unique perspective and what's going on at the border. What do you think of Biden, President Biden starting to build these 20 miles of wall? What's your perspective?
You know, mine is always, since I've been there as governor, I've seen firsthand how this is not a one kind of a step approach. You have to really have comprehensive immigration reform. You have to look at this immigration problem in a comprehensive way. You can, first of all, I believe very strongly in having a border that no one can get through. That's number one for me.
That's number one. I feel like, dude, you if you guys didn't expect that, you didn't understand who your guest is.
But two, what is important is that we have visas available for people that want to work in the United States, so they don't have to work illegally. It is bogus. We need the workers here.
Schwarzenegger said it was a stupid system and called on Republicans and Democrats to come together on the issue. Yeah, I don't know why we couldn't keep the video interview part up for that. But all right. But he's right. It is a stupid system, and it isn't working. Especially in the current policy of let's just keep the thing open like a goddamn barn door. Instead, they get Visa debit cards. Didn't you serve as a Republican? Didn't he serve as a Republican? Yeah, he did, which is why I said if they expected any other answer than the one he gave, they're retarded. They are flat out tarded. And I was expecting to get more of their response to that, but apparently we just wanted to cut the sweet part of the meat out and not talk about anything else. So screw you guys. Screw you guys, dicks. All right, I want to save that story when we can have time to talk about it and digest it a bit more. And it's a story, so we'll save that for tomorrow. We'll go to this. This is Andrew Callahan's channel, Channel 5 News with Andrew Callahan, is finally back, releasing new stuff, and I, for one, support that. I felt like his reason for leaving was bogus, his whole stepping away from his channel for a while. All of that shit. Did the wrong thing from the get-go with the whole apology, in my opinion. I get it. He may have overstepped himself just a little bit, but again, whatever. Anyhow, let's get into this. Boopity-boop and boopity-boop. This video, Q Shaman comes home.
Behind me, freedom is not free. So don't forget that. Freedom is not free. Remember the Constitution and remember our rights. Kelly.
This is the Q Shaman? I didn't think this was the Q Shaman. And why is this guy pointing with his gun, freedom is not free? I get that point, but again, using your pistol like a pointer, you're kind of making the whole argument about people with nutsos with the guns. Okay.
AJ Patriot, Channel 5 Live. What's this? Oh, I think this one's a 357 hollow point. And now we're going to talk a little gun safety here. So, first of all, make sure the gun is empty. Bullets are out. We got 6 right here. Don't point it at somebody unless you're going to fire it. And don't shoot unless you intend to kill or protect somebody that you need to. God bless America. Once again, Kelly J2A. My fingers are messed up, kind of like that. Kelly J2A. God bless America. Second Amendment.
After 6 months on hiatus, alone in the Mojave Desert, I got a call from an old friend.
Hey, Andrew, this is Kelly. Hope you're doing well.
Kelly J. Patriot, Saddam's cousin from Orange County.
Kelly, know what's up?
He told me he had a huge surprise for me.
Try hard 100 Country Mile
All
Johnny
he said
going hard
was
in the
get to the
paint.
Arizona State.
Country Mile Johnny going hard in the paint. And thank you, Rusty Grammer. All right. So again, 6 months on hiatus. All I said was get to the Arizona State Capitol.
Immediately.
Pull around, go under the 2 big flags.
I met him at the Freedom Isn't Free gazebo, and he told me that I must start by getting a zoom-in shot of the American flag.
All right, Kelly, I'm zooming in. These men died for us. God bless America. Whoop, whoop, they're flying everywhere.
At first, I was a bit disappointed. I thought that he broke my isolation just to show me his gun. But then I heard a bellowing screech about 50 yards away. I could hardly believe it. Freedom! There he was, Jacob Chansley, a.k.a. the QAnon Shaman.
Jacob Chansley. No.
All right, we're not going to go into all of this. We're kind of doing this as a teaser and a preview, and if you're enjoying it, you should go to Andrew Callahan's channel, Channel 5 News, on YouTube. It's about a half hour long. The QAnon Shaman comes home. You can't take that man seriously. Again, he did this for a camera. Where's
There he was, Jacob Chansley, a.k.a. the QAnon Shaman.
Jacob Chansley, known as the QAnon Shaman, has been released from prison.
Fresh out the federal slammer after spending 41 months in solitary confinement for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot. Since his release, he's yet to talk to the media, but for some reason, he wanted to talk to me.
Bye.
All right. Does Andrew Callahan have to try to look like that much of a creeper? Like, dude, the hat, the mustache, the oily face, the unibrow. Andrew, buddy, guy, friend, do us a favor. Just a little bit of time. And I get it. I am a hideous chud. A little bit of time. You know what I mean? Just pluck this shit up. Maybe wash the face. Look like, just try not to look like you're perpetually sweating. That weird, constantly sweaty look doesn't look innocent. I'm sorry.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing all right.
But under one condition. He said that before our interview, he'd like to perform a shamanic hymn he wrote behind bars. A war song, commemorating his victory against the deep state.
What the fuck language is this? This man is taking himself entirely too seriously. Or he's just really leaning into the bit. Either way, it's amazing. It is beautiful. Remember, this guy was a threat to America and a danger that we all have to be worried about. Because when you see this guy, you immediately go, you know what he's going to do? He's going to take the country by storm and allow no one to stop him or say no. This is his celebrating victory over the deep state, by which I mean he's just not in jail anymore. And he wrote this in his solitary confinement, which does sound like baby speak. And I'm not trying to belittle the man. I'm just saying, stop holding the patriot stop holding the peyote in and ayahuasca. Just noticed I had 100 in the bank. Well, thank you for those 100 bits, Rusty Grammar. I like this guy, bro. Cheers. He's very entertaining. If it's a character and he's doing a bit and it's just whatever, it's very entertaining. You definitely want to watch all of the interview. We're not going to go through much more of it. We're going to play a little bit and see where we end on a good spot to stop, and then we'll call it a day for the show. Is this literally Native American shit? Is he like part Native American? I don't know what language this is. And why does Andrew Callen look like he's trying to pull off a Slim Shady thing? He shaved off the fro. We've gone complete like 180. We've now got a mustache. We're flexing a Space Needle tattoo. That's a thing. Cool. Again, Andrew Callen, just a little bit of work. A little bit of work. And ayahuasca, stop hoarding. Who has the ayahuasca? Who are we talking about? You talking about this guy? Because I know it ain't me.
How's it going?
My grandmother just told me, on my father's side, my grandmother told me that we have Cheyenne blood running through our veins, and she said one of my ancestors was actually one of the few survivors of the Trail of Tears.
How does that make you feel?
Do we have anything to back this up, or just your grandma told you this? And I apparently paused it at the worst place possible, because we have these weird tattoos on the side of your body, and we stopped on some sort of earth symbol or something around your nipple.
Feel very proud of my heritage. Typically, Native Americans wear headdresses where they have to earn all the feathers. This is not.
So, why was there a drone flying over him? Is the government watching him with a drone? There was a drone flying over him. Now it's not there. And it's not used, from what I can tell, in any of this camera work that we've seen. So why was there a drone there? It's Uncle Sam. It's Uncle Sam keeping an eye on the QAnon shaman. All right, we'll get through the headdress thing, and I think we'll probably call it there. Take us through your headdress and how you haven't earned a single feather. Probably more Indian than Liz Warren. Yeah, I'll give him that. And he's at least not, again, he's at least really getting in on it. Anyhow, go through the headdress thing, because you really don't deserve that. But go.
One of the few survivors of the Trail of Tears.
How does that make you feel?
Very proud of my heritage. Typically, Native Americans wear headdresses where they have to earn all the feathers. This is not something that I was given by a Native American tribe or anything like that, but I do certainly believe over the course of my 10-year shamanic journey, I've earned my feathers.
What are your top?
Alrighty, so he thinks he's earned his feathers. All right, there we go. That's, again, QAnon Shaman, the big dangerous guy that was in the Capitol, doing his first interview with Andrew Callen's Channel 5 News. Surprising that brought him out. But let's pop back over here. We went 5 minutes over, and so far as I can tell, we'll see where we landed on the thing here. Twitch takes a little while to roll in, so it might not have even all counted on today yet. We'll see what this says. Actually, never mind. Fuck me in the butt. We've gone over our $5. We've cleared it out, and we've got like $2 into tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. And maybe a few more going through. So we made it through the day. Thank you all for supporting the show and helping out. I appreciate it so much. Tomorrow's goal is now $50 and dropping based on what happens there. I think that means I can start a record label or a bank. My grandma told me my cousin there might be some Jewish in our family, but no one will admit it. I don't know what that means. Should have read that comment first. The second one makes more sense now. Anyways, we've had a great time. We'll be back tomorrow. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. I am effing exhausted. So thank you, Thorn. Blow it out your ass. Or as some might say, and this is for Saint Caesar. Here you go. Just for you, buddy.
Go fuck yourself.
Anyways, take care. Till tomorrow.
Game over. Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you so fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.